Now then, ladies and gents, welcome to the Have a Word podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Before we start, I'd like to tell you about my new stand-up special. Dan Nightingale Special is on the Have a Word YouTube page. Go and watch it now. Like, subscribe, share it, tell a friend, enjoy. I think it's some of the best stand-up I've ever done. I hope you like it.
I do not have a new special yet because I am still on tour and we kick off again this week, going all over the country. There's 33 dates, including some big ones that we're going back to for the second time, like Leeds, and places we haven't been yet, like Blackpool and Cardiff. We've still got 3 dates in Liverpool to do. I'm going all over the place. adamrowe.co.uk/tour. All the dates are there. 33 still to come. They're starting to sell out, and I'm dead excited to get back on the road because I've been bored for a month since the last one.
It's an incredible show. Go and see it. I'm going to do some comparing this year. 2024 is me going to be hosting and comparing. Come and see me doing Dan Nightingale and Fiends, and also the Comedians Club Chester. All of these dates, there's about 40 of them through 2024, are available at dannightingale.com.
Patreon.com/haveawordpod. If you're not a patron already, you've got to go and sign up. £3 a month as a starter. You can go to 5 or 10. The more you pay, the more you get. But even if you start at just £3 a month, you get every extra bit of content we do. You get early access to these episodes. You get an extra episode every single week. And you get a patron exclusive bonus special every single month, including everything we've ever done in the past. Access to the entire back catalogue. Which includes...
Oh, we've got lock-ins, we've got ghost hunts, we've got a restaurant special, we've been to Nashville, we've had a race day. I'm trying to remember some of the more random ones.
Amsterdam. It's the best stuff we ever create. It's us on location and it never gets better than it. Patreon.com/haveawordpod. We're one of the biggest on the planet and the biggest in the UK for a very simple reason. We're the best at this. So go and check out what you haven't checked out yet. And if you're already there, you know just how good it is. Enjoy the episode. We've just finished recording it. It's a belter.
Wag Leeds, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Welcome to this week's episode of Have a Word, ladies and gentlemen. Dan is facing yet more allegations, so we're here with Freddy Quinne, because if you're going to get one alleged sex pest out the room, you might as well get another one in.
Yeah! What is Freddy Quinne going to say this time that's going to ruin his career? Is he going to make fun of trans people or have a go about being queer?
Okay.
Freddy, what
is he going to say a racial slur or poke fun at minorities? Well, I don't know what we're going to do this time, so I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, he definitely pre-prepared that.
So blacks. No, I'm joking.
My favourite coat shop.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day though, Fred, isn't it?
Sorry?
What do you think the trans are doing today on Valentine's Day?
I think that they are loving whoever they want to love because I don't care.
Do you know what I thought last night? Joe, how does gender roles work in a gay relationship when it comes to like the old, like, I'm paying the bill?
Whoever does the bumming pays.
Is that like you can bum me, you pay? I get bummed, so I shouldn't have to pay.
I just assume.
Postman pays, letterbox leaves.
Yeah.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
Because the postman's always giving, isn't he? Here's me money. Here's your letters.
Oh, so what happens if it's a first date and he goes, I'll pay? And they go, well, get in.
And then the other one goes, no, I'll pay. And then they just have a sword fight.
Welcome to Have a Word.
No, I was watching something last night and it was a gay date, and I was like, I wonder how the gender roles were. I mean, no, they're not gendered, well, they are, but the men usually pay. I wonder what happens. I wonder how they sort that out.
I think they just go Dutch. Like, the genuine answer is they probably just split the bill.
Yeah, if it's 2 men, then they both split it, and if it's 2 women, neither pay.
They just leave.
just mounting debt and bills. One of us is going to have to grow a dick at some point because this is getting out of hand.
Have you dressed like that because it's Valentine's? Obviously, this doesn't go out on Valentine's Day, but we're recording on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to all the couples. Happy Galentine's Day to all the single women out there.
What, is that a thing?
Yeah.
I have just been sick in my mouth.
It's the day before Valentine's Day.
It's
They all go
Galentine's
out and
Day.
have like bottomless brunch.
Oh
and
no,
that.
they do it on today
I
now.
thought it was.
No, they've changed it.
Oh, right, okay.
So in the past,
It used to be.
it used to be the day before Valentine's Day was Galentine's Day, but then they got some, I would say, quite fair criticism where they were like, "Hang on, you're hedging your bets there because you could still have a Valentine as well." So they were like, "If you're going to do it, you got to do it on the day." So today is Valentine's Day, or if you're a single girl, Galentine's Day. And it's yet another double standard, isn't it? Because if that was me and you, we're just a couple of incels having a laugh.
What would we call it?
Sat drinking on bottomless mojitos.
It's Valentine's Day.
Talking about why women won't fuck us.
In Japan, we did. Oh, it's a thing there called White's Day.
Whoa, what?
White's Day.
White's Day?
Yeah. So Valentine's Day is for the girls. So that like basically it's not for the man. And then a month later, on the 14th of March, it's White's Day. Sorry, is it the way around?
And all the men get the traditional privileges of white people.
Oh no, sorry.
full day.
The girls buy for the boys on Valentine's Day, and the boys get bought for. But the boys have to spend 4 times as much as the girls do.
What?
So white people earn 4 times as much as any other minority.
Not a minority.
This is going to be a tough one, isn't it? This is going to be a long
The Japanese
pod.
are a minority worldwide.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
So what?
Not in Japan, though.
No, not in Japan.
Quite overwhelming, man.
Yeah, I've never been, but I imagine Japanese people overwhelmingly dominate Japan.
They do.
So they're not a minority.
No, not in Japan.
I think he meant worldwide.
But also they're a very ambitious country, Freddie. So they're thinking globally.
They were in the
Acting locally.
40s. Like, they're not ambitious now, are they? They've got a dying population, Japan.
Because they keep killing themselves.
So
Highest suicide rate on the planet.
Really?
No homeless people.
It's just
Did
not.
they fucking...
That's a misnomer, by the way. It's not true.
What is?
That Japan's got the highest suicide rate.
It's fucking not.
It is.
It's not. I googled it yesterday. How mad's that?
Why did you Google that yesterday?
I can't remember.
Didn't
I
we
was
Google
talking
it
to someone.
recently?
They were
It was like-
interested.
Didn't we Google it recently? It was somewhere in
Because
Europe.
Adam's one eye gives him half suicidal thoughts. He's not committed to it, but he thinks about it every once in a while.
So what?
Why do I think about... yeah, there we go. That's why.
What people will do is girls say, so they'll buy them for their boss. Who is it?
I've never heard of this country. Lesotho?
So
Yeah, it's in Africa, isn't it?
There you go.
Maybe. I don't know. I panicked. I really panicked. I felt like I knew it was in Africa. Then I thought maybe
It's
it
in
isn't.
Southern Africa.
Yeah,
And they keep killing themselves because no one knows where they're from. They keep telling people where they're from, and people are like, "Where's that?" And they're like, "I can't do this anymore." Can't keep sending screenshots of Apple Maps to people I'm talking to on the internet.
What'll happen, Fred, is say you're my boss and I'm your receptionist / PA or whatever,
Yeah.
and I hate you.
Yeah.
I'll get you something expensive, but really like small, like a really expensive pair of cufflinks.
Well,
or
then what
something.
I will do is I will pay you less next year, so you can afford less nice fancy things to give me. So then you have learnt a lesson.
Yeah, but then you have to spend 4 times as much on me.
Oh, so it's all mind games.
Yeah, so the women, a woman who'll hate a man will go, oh, here's some fucking.
I'll get you something 4 times as expensive that you won't want that will cost you more money in the long run. Happy Valentine's, here's a horse.
That's what Carl.
What?
That's what I did to him for Christmas.
Yeah. Carl got me a Japanese toilet. Very Japanese themed. Carl got me a Japanese toilet seat for
Kill
Christmas
itself.
2 years ago. I mean, it would do with my ass on it. It's so. How much are they meant to be?
I think the one we got was like £800.
But you got it for a cut price. You got it for a decent.
I got 2 for less than 800.
Yeah.
Can we just sort of quickly say, just on this sort of segue of your toilet went to kill itself because of your shits, I think recently that I have developed a dairy intolerance, and so far I have done nothing about it.
You don't do anything about it. You just live with it.
Yeah, but I mean, I continue to eat dairy and continue to immediately shit myself.
Every time I talk about my IBS on this podcast, I get someone who messages me going, "Lad, there's this test you can do online, and it tells you everything you can't have. So here's the link. Order it. It's £30. Change me life, lad." And I'm like, "Yeah, it made your life worse." You can't have bread or cheese now.
Yeah.
I can still have bread and cheese because I haven't looked into it. Just don't look into it, and you can have whatever you want. I'm used to shitting like a cat, so I don't need to change that. Like, I know how it feels. Every now and then I panic and I have to go, like, I have to power walk to a toilet. Very rare I have to sprint. Very rare.
Yeah, I'm the
but
same.
occasionally, it's a bit of cardio.
Do you get that little feeling in like where I imagine your colon is, where you get like, it's almost like an air raid siren going off internally, where it goes as if to be like,
that is my like at rest.
Oh really?
That's like that alarm is going. My stomach is like, like your engine light that you don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
And you're just like, nah. That, like, this has been on for years, and I've just never took it to the garage. And I'm not because it's fine.
I
occasionally there's blood, but who hasn't pooed blood?
I get it now, where like it just I eat, and then I eat something like dairy based, and then 5 minutes later my colon will go, and I'll go, I think I'm gonna need to shit myself at some point. Gonna need to go to the toilet. Not gonna need to shit myself.
That's when you know you've lost all hope.
I think I'm gonna need to
shit
stay
myself
here
soon.
and shit myself. No movement for me. And then I go, and it's just pure. It's like a waterfall, like a beautiful waterfall of poo comes out my ass.
I don't know whether you're getting the sense of absolute zero sympathy from me because you're just describing my life.
Yeah.
So,
but it's fine. It's like I always see it as like a detox thing.
I'm on a long detox, mate.
Yeah. And you're looking great for it.
I mean, now we've segued well away. You're on a detox.
Yeah, you're half the man you used to be, Freddie.
Yeah.
I've lost, since post-Legionnaires, I've lost about 2.5 stone.
Do you know what's really mad about that?
It's all from my arse. I have no arse anymore.
But here's the thing, right? When I'm in your company, people keep telling you how much weight you look like you've lost, and I genuinely can't see it.
Oh,
I think you just look the same.
Yeah, well, that's because you're a cunt.
Freddie, why don't you, for the listeners who probably won't know what happened, why don't you tell them?
I got Legionnaire's disease.
Legionnaire's disease is a wartime disease that people used to get for being in British Legion.
When you go to the Legion and play bingo, you get Legionnaire's disease.
No, it's not. It's not that. The reason that it's called Legionnaire's disease is because there was like a Legionnaire's concert. Concert? Maybe not the right word.
Are they a
Convention. Yeah, the Legionnaires.
Got Legionnaire's disease. Been to the Legionnaires and I'm fucked.
Don't sound like the Legionnaires. Don't sound like a band.
It was like a convention or whatever in a hotel, and a bunch of Legionnaires got really ill because of the water, and then now it's called Legionnaire's disease.
Right, so nothing to do with the band.
But I nothing to do with the band.
It's a
the Legionnaires.
bacterial pneumonia.
Yeah. It's the Legionella bacteria. It's stagnant water, basically.
I thought that was just where it came from then for a sec. I genuinely thought that was like a music thing. It explained Live Aid, you know?
Oh,
that's where AIDS came from, is it?
Well, Freddie Mercury's the Live Aid man, isn't he? That was literally
It
Live
can't be a
Aids.
coincidence. That's where they started it.
That was Live Aids.
And then Band Aid was like everyone celebrating it.
No, it was putting a plaster over it.
Yeah, someone
It'll be
cut
fine.
the leg. That's what it was for.
Can I take this point to say I fucking hate that Freddie Mercury film? You know, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, it was shit.
Fucking hate it. It's full of cliches, and the most cliched bit is where he goes, like, he knows he's ill, but no one else does, and he has a moment where he's recording something, and then he coughs into a white handkerchief. He goes, and he sees blood, and they're like, "Everything all right, Freddie?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah," and then he just puts it into, and it's it's the way of the director going, he knows his disease is getting worse, but he's not telling everybody else, and it's like, fuck off, would that ever happen? If you coughed up like that much blood now, you'd fucking shit your pants. The end. So, back to Legionnaire's disease. So I got it. I'm still not sure where I got it. I think I got it in Dublin, but I'm not sure they've checked it out.
From the shower.
They don't.
Your body wasn't used to being washed.
I'm not sure you can.
What is this thing?
You breathe it in, basically. It's vapor. So showers is a good one, or hot.
Bad one.
A good one. If you want to go and get it, showers is a good one.
Hot tubs, or like if you could walk past air conditioning vent that hasn't been turned on in a while, and that could be it. Or
The thing
whatever.
is, you've just described 3 things that I do very regularly: hot tub, showers, and air conditioning, and I've never had it.
Yeah, but the thing is it's not. It's about whether or not they've been left stagnant for a while. And I imagine that the sort of showers that you frequent are frequented on a regular basis. Whereas me, I like a I like a lone man shower. Do you know what I mean? I like a shower that's off the beaten track. I like a shower that other men look down and go, too far. But me, it's my kind of shower. So anyway, right? What did you say?
No.
Do you feel like saying that out loud?
No.
I reckon I made the same joke in my head.
And I was just doing it for Carl.
Right, I nearly said it.
Yeah.
I nearly said it.
The joke about showers.
Yeah, well, you were saying like if they're frequented very often, then you don't get it. So I was going to say no one at Auschwitz got Legionnaires. Certainly none of the last million. Maybe the first million. God knows how long they were left stagnant before that.
I don't think they were alive long enough for it to develop.
Yeah, I know. But like that, I'm just saying.
Yeah, do some. Yeah.
And also, I would say as well, first of all, I'm against the Holocaust.
Oh,
and
wow,
second of all,
Jesus, that's not how you start this.
And
That's not how you start this.
I don't agree with it. I think he was bang out of order, right? And also,
It was a joke.
if the first lot did get it, that would have been the least of their worries.
You can't sit from a straw after saying that.
Tell us about your lungs.
I don't think they were using, Sillet Bang on the showers.
This is. Have you seen?
Lime
Do you
scale.
want to talk about the Paul Curry thing? Have you seen the Paul Curry thing?
I want to know about your fucking big stupid lungs.
Oh, right. Okay. So basically, I woke up in.
Who's Paul Curry?
Have you not heard about this?
Wait. Which sets his ADHD off? He doesn't
This is
give a fuck about your
Inception.
lungs.
This is a story within a story within a story, and then it's all gonna fucking come out. So, you know.
Oh, I know who Paul Curry is. He spits milk at people.
Yeah. So he did a show.
Because the curry's too hot.
He did a show.
No, he does. He's like a clown. Like I'm not calling him like an idiot.
He's a fool.
He's like one of those fucking.
He does clowning.
Jean-Paul Gaultier fellas. What's his name?
A model.
Jean-Paul Gaultier is the fucking perfume. You mean what's
Philip
he called?
Gaulier.
Gaulier, yeah.
Clown fella.
He's a clowner. A clowning.
Yeah. And a couple of years ago, one of his routines at the Edinburgh Festival was he would start eating a bowl of cereal and then just spit it at the front row.
Did you hear about the time that he did that spat milk over all the front row and then the day after tested positive for COVID?
It's another way to get Legionnaire's disease. A good way to get it as well.
Yeah.
So
showers, hot tubs, and Paul Curry's cereal.
He's going viral on Jewish Twitter at the moment because he did a show at Soho Theatre and apparently at the end he brought out two flags, a Palestinian one and a Ukrainian one, and asked everybody to stand, and one guy wouldn't stand, and he was like, why wouldn't you stand? He was like, because I'm Israeli. And Paul, apparently according to the story, started shouting at him going, get the fuck out, and all this stuff.
That sounds like the type of thing Paul Curry would set up, though.
You reckon? And he's probably sat at home right now.
I've got no idea, but it does sound like the type of thing that he would do. And that sounds like clowning.
And he's probably sat at home right now thinking, God, I'd give anything to distract the hatred of the Jewish community. And you're like, hey, I'll tell you what about Auschwitz. No one got Legionnaires, did they? And
I said
like,
I don't agree with it.
Yeah, he is right.
So anyway, right, I woke up on the Sunday. I was meant to fly home. I woke up on the Saturday. I was there for the weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, flying home Sunday. I had a little nap on the Saturday before the gig because I was meant to go out and get pissed with Damo Clark. And I woke up after a 90-minute nap and I felt fucking dreadful. Like I went from feeling fine to feeling so bad, like awful. Did the gig, but I messaged Damo and I was like, I'm going to get an early night or whatever. My flight the next day, I went home, went straight to bed. My flight the next day was 5 p.m. So I thought, I'll not set an alarm. Do you know what I mean? Went to bed at 10 p.m., woke up at 2 p.m. the following day. I was like, oh, fuck. I felt awful, but I couldn't move. I felt
and you
so
got to
bad.
maneuver Dublin Airport like that as well. Hello, mate. Sorry, mate. Only 1 queue, mate. Over there, mate.
You got Legionnaire's disease.
That is a perfect Irish accent.
I know.
It's great.
Empty your bag, you fucking mate.
So,
fucking mate. You look like you have Legionnaire's disease, mate.
And you look as it's in here, Stephen, mate.
I was trying to pack my stuff. And I couldn't even fucking, like, I was so tired. I was packing my bag, and then I sat on the couch because I was getting tired, and I nodded off, and I was 20 minutes and gone. Like, I was fucked. So I was messaging my family, and I was like, I don't think they're going to let me fly home. I was like, I don't know what the rule is, but I'm so bad that I don't think they'll let me fly. Anyway, I managed to get back home or whatever, and I went straight to bed. And then the next morning, woke up on the Monday, still felt bad, walked the dog, and whilst I was walking the dog, my entire insides started to like cramp up. It was hands down the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I think it's the pain that you'd have when you have a heart attack. It's genuinely that bad. It was fucking, everything was cramping up, and I couldn't even walk. I was driving home with the dog, and I couldn't even press the pedals to drive. So I ended up just putting the car in cruise control in 30 and just trying to get home at 30 and not stop.
The dog could have drove.
Like,
Just use
Jack Russell, his feet won't touch the... Anyway,
Any problem?
I got home.
I'm a Jack Russell.
I got home, fed the dog, and then collapsed on the floor and passed out. But it was a weird kind of collapsing and passing out. It was like I was aware that it had happened. It wasn't like kind of just sort of felt. And then I came to and I was like, oh dear. And so I messaged my family and I was like, I've just collapsed, and passed out. And they were like, ring
Someone else. What you can tell me.
Oh, fuck off. Can't be arsed, lad.
Have you fed the dog?
Just collapsed. Well, how are you texting us then?
So they,
Sounds like bollocks to me, son.
FaceTime me, I want to see.
so they were like, ring an ambulance. Ow. And I was like, no, I'll be fine. I'll not ring an ambulance. I'll be all right. And then I was led on the floor for maybe 30 minutes.
Were you texting them from the floor?
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. I'm on the floor, ring an ambulance.
I was,
Face down on the floor, ring an ambulance. I'll be fine.
and bear in mind as well,
Don't worry about me, Dad.
Will you be pointless as on?
as you know, there's no light in my middle room, and it was getting dark.
Can you
And
please?
so I thought-
Sorry to go off on a tangent here.
Right, here we go
Can
again.
you do something about the state of your house?
Yeah.
Because
No.
it looks like a refugee centre.
The swatches behind you when
Yeah.
you do a live annoy me.
Yeah.
Because you've had them there for 4 years.
Every
Not
time,
4-2.
every time me and you were on Instagram Live, I feel like I'm negotiating for your safe release.
And never once have you tried to negotiate anything.
I'll call someone
How
else.
is
I
he?
feel like I should be.
Is he still fat? Yeah, all right, see you later.
I feel like it's proof of life. I feel like someone's got you and they've gone, right, yeah, I'll speak to your mates because they're going to give us 10 million rupees.
I'm actually moving house. So
Indian
I
money.
bought this house
much is that?
with the total express, like I wanted to do it up, but unfortunately, builders are robbing cunts. Sorry if you're a builder and you're listening to this, or a plasterer, or a joiner, or any of those things, but you're robbing cunts, and I would happily get back into Brexit if it meant getting Polish people over here, so you'd put down your fucking prices, you robbing cunts.
Back into
They're
Brexit.
in
No, I think it's because materials
That's what we
have gone
left.
up.
Yeah.
No. It's because Brexit. It's because
Here we go.
immigration. It's because immigration. What they say is we want our best and brightest.
Lawrence Fox.
No, we don't. We don't want our best and brightest. I want the
Breast.
thick cunts. Bring the thick cunts back.
breast.
Drive the price of building down and get me a fucking extension.
Why don't you want the best as well, though?
What? Sorry.
Why don't you want the best as well?
They can come, but I don't just want the best and brightest. I want the thick cunts.
Right.
Because now, fucking trying to get a builder costs ridiculous money because they know they don't have to do it because there's no builders.
I know. I got an extension last year and it wasn't cheap.
It's mad, innit?
But I'd rather have local boys in.
Would you? I would legit rather it be
There you go,
cheap.
listen to this. So behind me got an extension done before I got mine. So I went, I'm going to go over and speak to the lads and go, hey mate, I want the same doing. Come give me a quote. The lads who I said that to were from Eastern Europe. They quoted me £30,000 more than the local lads did. So that kind of fucks your theory up.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't like you.
That's a good point. Like on average, it is a sort of known fact that they're cheaper. Also, I'd like to give ourselves a good old pat on the back here because we've been pro-immigration and anti-Holocaust so far today. And I think we have a reputation of trying to be edgy, but sometimes we just do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Well done, us. Like we've done the opposite in the past. Go on. So,
We've done so well in not siding on the biggest atrocity ever.
so you've shit yourself.
I am
on the
anti-Holocaust
floor.
as well, by the way, just to... I don't even think it happened. Joking. Why else would they have the museum? So,
You're on the floor. Your family
sorry?
you're on the floor. Your family don't
I'm on
give
the
a fuck.
floor.
There's a builder there charging you too much.
I'm on the floor, right? And I'm drifting.
Another teammate.
Help me up.
In a bit.
£50, I'll help you up.
I'm drifting in and out of consciousness, right?
Fucking hell.
And I'm.
How about we need an ambulance?
So, well, here's the thing: is I have what I would like to refer to as an epiphany, where I go, "What am I waiting to happen? Like
To die.
like, how much worse am I waiting for this to get in order for me to think that this is ambulance worthy? This is probably ambulance worthy.
Probably. Still not sure.
So
Stuck to the floor for an hour. This is probably time.
So I rung.
Give it another 15 and I'm calling an ambulance, mate.
So I rung them up, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll get." And I don't know if you know this, but the NHS is so fucked at the moment.
What?
No. Like you don't even understand.
No,
It's
no.
so bad.
Tell us what's going on.
I've
So-
got a question. Joe, when you fed your dog and then collapsed,
Yeah.
did your dog eat its food then leave the room?
No. He ate his food, stared at me in the face for a little while, and then I could see him out the corner of my eye, just humping this teddy that he humps. And I was like, this is. If I die and he rapes my face, I'm going to be so pissed off.
From the Teddy, it's time for Freddy.
Yeah. Police found him collapsed on the floor, covered in dog semen.
Dog drives off. Was
Yeah.
it me, lad?
He died how he lived, sucking off dogs.
Driving an ambulance as well. You're having this. Go on, you're on the
It's an
floor.
automatic, you soft cunt.
I think we've just outlined the plot to The Usual Suspects 2.
It was the dog.
Dog just rips off a mustache and just leaves. So anyway, right, went on the floor. It took 4 hours for an ambulance to get out, during which time I'd managed to get up.
Hang on, didn't you lie to the ambulance people?
Pardon?
Didn't you make it seem worse?
No, I just told him what happened.
How much meat that seem worse?
Yeah.
He's been face down on the floor for an hour. It's been 6 hours. 11.
No, but I
Hurry up.
mean, they,
And I've eaten dairy, so come quick.
no, but they've got like levels of, oh, he's broke his leg. It's quite high. Oh, he's just fell down the stairs.
I think collapsed is higher than broken leg.
He was collapsed on his floor
100%.
covered in dog cum, and you don't think that's an emergency?
Because did they say you're struggling breathing? Is it like,
Excuse me, I'm collapsed, I'm covered in dog cum, and I can't move, and I'm drifting in and out of consciousness.
What did you-
How's your leg?
What did you just ask?
Yeah, as opposed to normal.
no, but like they'll say like, is it like they'll try to work out if it's your heart, if it's something emergency.
Are you struggling breathing? He could ring watching Emmerdale, and the answer to that's yes.
Instant ambulance.
So I did tell him about the pain that I had that caused me to collapse, basically, and it still took 4 hours. Anyway, during that time, I've gotten up and I've sat down in my chair. So the chair that I do lives from, the same one. They
Can you imagine the paramedics coming and go, like, can you paint in here? Just shit all.
sort your light out, you lazy cunt.
They have to get the police to go in first to check it's the hostages.
So
Clear the rooms. Like it was Osama bin Laden raid.
So, I'm never going to get through this fucking story. We're not even through chapter 1. That's how long this is. So, yeah, they came around and they said, look, it's probably COVID, but we don't have any COVID tests. So, you're going to have to get a COVID test. Now, in the time that it took me to get a COVID test, it was now Friday, and I was so bad.
They didn't take you into hospital.
No.
They went, do a COVID test and left
Yeah.
after 4 hours.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
Here's how bad I was. I was pissing blood by this point. So on the Thursday night, I was pissing blood, and it was. I don't know if you ever pissed blood before.
No.
If you it doesn't. I thought it came out your willy. Willy? I thought it came out your bizarre.
I thought the blood would come out your PP all silly and stuff, but
Where
it
does
was
it
all
come out
stick.
of?
I thought it comes out. It comes out. I thought it would come out your penis just pure blood. Right. Like I thought it would come out like a pure red stream of blood. It doesn't. It looks like Coca-Cola because you've still got the piss in there, right? So I'm just pissing. Like imagine looking at your dick.
Adam's just had a realization.
Imagine looking at your dick and pissing Coke, right? And I was like, oh, that's probably not good. And then I went to bed. And then I know that we're the opposite person because you'd have called like you've got mad health anxiety.
You called the CIA. Yeah.
I remember having
No. You don't understand health anxiety though.
But I
Because I
remember
worry about it, but I don't do anything about it. That's not the same thing.
I remember having to ring an ambulance for you in Edinburgh
2014.
at the grass market because you had a chest pain.
Yeah, but that was the height of my health anxiety. That was as bad as it ever got. That was the first year of it when I had zero control over it.
And you used to dress like a butcher.
What? Like
You have them shirts and that you used to. What? Butchers don't dress like this. I look like a pile of beautiful autumn leaves.
Carry on with your story.
What's wrong with this?
I haven't said a word.
Freddie, usually if you say you dress like a butcher to someone, they don't laugh.
Yeah, I meant you dress like a butcher as a compliment. You look like you do a lovely spread. So anyway, it got to the Friday. Dude, I'm so bad by the Friday. I'm so fucking bad. Like, I can't move at all. I do a COVID test, and it comes back negative, and I'm like, that's odd. So I ring the ambulance. I'm like, I'm quite bad, and I've done a COVID test, and it's negative. Like, and they were like asking the questions. Is this the problem? Is this the problem? What's happening? And they were like, okay, we'll send an ambulance out. An ambulance came out straight away. And then they started testing my vitals, and they went, oh, you need to go to hospital right now this second. And I went, oh, it's fine or anything. Like, I'll just get some antibiotics or something. They were like, no, you need to come now. Because originally I'd rung up to get antibiotics. And they went, no, you need to come right now. I went into hospital, and they put us straight in, and they tested us, and my vitals were through the fucking floor. Like, my blood oxygen level was 82. And like...
Anything below like 92 is a problem.
Yeah. Anything below 90 will kill you. 82 is like... bad, really, really bad.
When I got COVID, there's a fella called Dr. Canary who listens to this podcast.
Dr. Canary.
It's a Norwich fan.
Does he get all the diseases first, and then they see whether or not he's all right?
That's such a good joke, Freddie. Well done.
Thank you. Highbrow.
Well done.
Anti-Holocaust, pro-immigration,
Highbrow podcast.
highbrow comedy podcast.
Dr. Canary has become a confidant of mine. And when I got COVID, I messaged him and I was like, Dr. Canary.
Is he expensive?
What?
Because he's not cheap.
Oh, you ruined it now.
You had such a good one.
Don't care.
Quit when
I
you're
purposely
ahead.
ruined it because I thought that was funny.
Quit when you're ahead.
I don't care.
Just nail it and leave.
I don't give a shit. I wanted he's not because he's a bird, Adam. Cheap.
Then he would be cheap.
Because birds go cheap. That's the joke.
Yeah. So then he would be cheap.
Oh.
Not only was it shit, you've done the shit one wrong.
You're going backwards now.
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Canary, I was like, listen, Dr. Canary, I think, I know I've got COVID. And he's like, right. He goes, you want to get one of those little things that go in your finger and measure your oxygen. They're about 20 quid off Amazon.
Oximeter.
That thing, right?
That's the one.
And he went, just keep an eye on your oxygen. And he said, if you're having a bad night, just test it and let me know where you're at. So I tested it one night, and it was like 91.
Yeah.
And 91's a lot of percent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I said you're getting like 91% of my net worth when I die, you'd be like, that's a lot of money, that Adam, thank you.
For you.
So I was like, that's
but if I said that you're getting 91% of my net worth when I die.
Can you paint it? I put it on, I was like, 91's probably fine, but I feel awful. And I messaged him and I was like, I'm really feeling bad. I'm wondering whether to call an ambulance or whatever. And he was like, have you tested your oxygen? I was like, yeah, but it's fine. I'm 91. And he was like, no. You need to call an ambulance, like, now.
Yeah. Most people walking around with 98. Below 95, you're not well. Below 92, you're a bit fucked. And you need to, below 90, you need to go to the hospital. 82 is like, you die off 82.
Yeah.
My respiratory rate as well was between 50 and 60.
What's that?
It's how much you breathe. So I'm just sat there
But
going,
what's a good one?
like,
You can't just give us
8,
a number.
maybe?
60 breaths a minute sound, isn't it? Is that what it is?
No. I'm literally there just going, and I'm taking
12
no
to
oxygen.
16
Yeah,
is
and I'm,
average.
and I'm taking no oxygen in. So I'm just, I'm fucked, basically.
We've got a pog.
We've got a pug on ward 2. Leave him alone. He's going to be fine. We've given him some antibiotics.
So by the time
Just as bad as what you did.
antibiotics.
And they're not cheap.
So I'm fucked basically. By the time I actually got into A&E, I was presenting sepsis, and that's bad.
A new TV show.
This is sepsis.
Presenting sepsis.
Symptoms are being yellow and fucked.
I'm Derek O'Leary, and this is Sepsis.
From the makers of Selling Sunsets, it's presenting sepsis. I was fucked. I went straight to the resus unit, which is where they put all the fucked people, basically. And
Prostitutes.
again, this is how bad. No, it's full of old people, really, who they're like, you're probably gonna die, but we'll see about this tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
Did you ever do not resuscitate?
Well, sorry.
Sounded DNR at 30. Fuck me.
Do you know how bad? And again, this is how bad the NHS is at the moment. I'm in the resus unit, and I do not have a pillow, so I'm just sat there laid on a bed like that with no pillow.
Why would you do that with your neck?
That's how I knew.
No pillows, Freddy. Okay, then.
I'll make it out of my shoulder.
Yeah, let me make it at me back fat. Here you go. There you are.
I'm all right, mate.
Sound.
Crack on. Give it to one of those old women. They've only got an hour.
They took us then
Three.
through the night. I was, and I could tell that I was fucked, right? Because there were people around me who were literally screaming for help, and nobody was coming. And then I would
It's because you were there.
I would honestly.
He's doing a set.
Oh, he's got his notebook out. Help!
There's a dog on the wall. He's breathing like this.
So I knew coming on here was a bad idea. I fucking knew it. I knew coming on here was a bad idea, and yet I still decided to. Do you know what I should be doing today? I should be having my bloods done for a CT scan. I've literally rearranged the CT scan to come here.
What's CT? Is that your brain?
Yeah.
No, I think it's your chest.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is it?
I think so.
Will know. Could be anywhere. I think it's the machine. Stands
So
for-
anyway, so I'm fucked. The following, I knew I was fucked because every time I cough, people would rush over, and I'm like, oh, that's odd. Do you know what I mean? And then they took me to a more specialist resus unit, and they were just, you know when you see a sick kid who's got 1 in a million syndrome or whatever, and they're like, he only needs all of these machines to breathe. You know what I mean? It's like a full wall. And they're like, guys, just what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean?
Blow his head off.
Just what are we? Imagine the lecky bill on them. Anyway, I was in that kind of room where it was just surrounded by equipment, and I was like, oh God. I remember I kept drifting in and out of consciousness, and I remember one time a doctor screaming at this guy who was from a different country. Should have got a quote from him.
Freddie, is the different country relevant?
You are?
Is the different country...
Yes, yeah, because the doctor was going, if we don't amputate your leg, you'll die tonight. And he was like, and they were like, French.
Does anybody speak French in this hospital?
How you say
So what?
I
No.
like my legs. I use them to walking.
Please do not take my leg.
Please do not take my leg. I need them. I am an Olympic sprinter.
Je ne parle amputation. So anyway, right. And he's going, you will die. And they're relaying it back to
I
him in
don't
his
care.
language.
You're not having my leg.
They're relaying it back.
You are going to sell it on the black market.
Yeah, that's basically what was happening. But they were relaying it back through an interpreter, and the interpreter was like, and he was like, I was like, no, he doesn't want to.
The
They were like,
interpreter sounds sick as well, to be
he'll
honest.
die. He'll fucking die. It was bad times. And then I got told that I was going to the respiratory unit. Was in there for 20 minutes, and these two nurses came over, and they were like, we are from the ICU, and we test patients who we think we need to go to the ICU. And they looked at us, and they were like, you need to go to the ICU. So I go down to intensive care,
Fucking hell.
and in there, it's so sad.
Is that when they give you the big Halloween costume?
Yeah, the bubble. Yeah. They call it the...
Pick one. You bring a rail over. Buzz Lightyear, please.
So...
That's what it was as well.
So
I'll be
they...
sat there in my cowboy hat and Woody.
So they call it a CPAP hood.
What?
CPAP.
CPAP.
Yeah, hood, basically. Big bubble, big fuck off bubble. And it's basically, I was requiring so much oxygen to stay alive that's the only way that they could, do that. Not give me that oxygen.
What did your brain say to you when they said, come to intensive care?
Do you know what's mad is...
Did you say, I'm done in your head?
No. Throughout the whole thing, I thought I was absolutely fine. Like, legitimately, I thought that I was so calm about it. And I don't know whether or not that is me as a person. I'm quite rational and I don't freak out easily. Or whether or not it's like a dissociative experience that you have when you're experiencing trauma. Or whether or not it's like just a combination of the medication or something like that. But I was so chill about it. It was like...
it won't be like what he's about to say.
It's like when a cat gets stuck in a tree.
No, because they freak out. It was like
It's just a random shit.
them saying that is I approached it with the same level of arseness as if they went, you know, when you're on a plane, they go, "Do you want to sit in the emergency thing?" And you go, "Yeah, all right, okay." It was that level of arsed. I was just not bothered. So they put us on this CPAP thing, and then after a while, it wasn't really working. And then they said, "Look, you're going to have to. We might have to put you on life support. So we're going to have to put you in a medically induced coma."
Fucking
and
hell, lad.
put you on life support so a machine will do your breathing for you, like an iron lung, basically. And I was like, yeah, all right, okay. Sound like it wasn't hitting in. But I had to they were like, you need to tell your family that that's going to happen, because if that happens, we don't wait for you to text everybody
And you
to
told
say,
them and they were like, call someone else. Yeah.
we thought you were still on the floor. What are you doing, mate?
The chase is on the final lab beer break here, Freddie. For fuck's sake, tell someone else. A nightmare that.
So yeah,
Iron lung bollocks.
So you gotta tell your family, look, I might have to go into a coma, just so you're aware, type thing.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I might have to go into a coma.
Hello, Dad. You know right? How's my mum? Yeah. Did you get the fucking loft sorted? Did you? Yeah. Anyway, just a quick one. I might have to go into a coma today. Yeah, I'll be back in a few days. Need anything picking up?
That's so mad.
It's like that, but a voice note.
I might have to go into a coma.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said. They said you've got to prepare
You're
yourself.
popping into town to get some Christmas clothes.
They also said we're telling you now so that you can prepare for it, because if we tell you that you're going to have to go into a coma and tell you it's going to happen right now, then also we don't want you to freak out, because you're in quite a
Be quiet.
You're in a difficult state at the moment, and if you freak out and start to hyperventilate, you're already doing 60 beats a fucking minute. Like, you're going to be fucked. So, yeah. So basically, I was like, luckily I didn't have to go in the coma. I started to improve, and I got some sputum, like some spit, some phlegm. And they used that to test that I had Legionnaires. And the second that they knew that I had Legionnaires, they were able to prescribe the right medication. And it was like, yeah, we know how to deal with that. Here's the medication. Here's the thing. And I got better after a few days in ICU. I was able to sort of get out my bed, which was good. Because one time I shat myself 4 times in a day in ICU. And it was... Thanks, mate. Game knows game. And the thing is I don't know if you ever shat yourself in front of ICU nurses, but the first time it happens...
Never.
The first time it happens, they're so lovely about it. They're so nice. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Blah, blah, blah. The 4th time it happens, they're like, have I done something? Do you not like me? What? But the thing is I didn't know that I was shitting myself. I wasn't like, oh dear. I was like literally just sat there, and every once in a while I'd check my pants and they'd just be shitting them. Like, that was it. Like, it was insane. I was sat as well. Oh, here's another thing. I was led in the ICU, and there's nothing to do. You just sat led there like this. There's a little iPad that they give you, and you can watch telly on that, but I couldn't hear it because I was in the fucking bubble, so it's pointless.
You can't hear nothing.
No, but it's worse here. And the speakers on the iPad in the ICU aren't exactly fucking Bose sound system, fucking cash in the attic from all 4 corners.
If you'd have thought ahead, you could have put your earphones in before they put the bubble on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, right, I'm led next to a bloke.
You know, for next time, though.
Here's how fucked I was. So in the ICU, you share a nurse. It's 2 patients to 1 nurse, right? And the guy I was sharing a nurse with had half a head. Like legitimately.
Which half?
His head had caved in like that.
Not top to bottom.
No.
Sides.
No, he looked like the fucking Apple logo. That's what he looked like. He was just caved
Oh, so
in.
like 2/3 of it.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like, you know when you kick a football that's flat and you don't know it's flat?
Yeah.
And then it, like that. That's what his head was.
What happened?
He's dead.
Just appreciate it. He's
dead.
with the fractions, Freddy.
We don't keep in touch.
No, I mean, what happened to his head?
He fell.
I fell. What happened? Well, half my head fell off.
That sounds like a man who took a fucking beating and wasn't going to grasp anyone.
I could just imagine him led on the
Say, half your head has fallen off. Just wondering what happened.
I could have
You're
just
not gonna
imagined him
believe this,
led on the
doctor.
floor after he fell. Like, I don't need to call an ambulance.
I fell.
As long as that dog doesn't jizz in my fucking head cavity.
Hello, Dad. You're all right? Yeah, no, I've fell again. I've lost half my head. Call someone else.
So anyway,
Listen, I don't think it's bad enough yet. I'm going to give it another 3 hours.
so anyway, right. Here's what else is. I shouldn't laugh, right? But he kept trying to pick at his head, right?
Oh, mate. But no there.
So
would, though.
he didn't really know what he was doing. And if a 30-year-old had fucking caved
Did he
in
have an
like
hat
that-
on?
What, sorry?
Didn't he put an hat on him?
No, what they did instead.
Like when you're losing your head?
No. What they did instead.
Yeah, I'm losing my head, so wear hats.
What they did instead.
Goes turkey. Turkey.
Just perfectly white 30-year head.
I'm losing my head, so I'm going turkey in the summer.
Do you not
No, it's
think-
great. You get 4 days there. First 2, you set you up. Third one, you do it. Fourth one's just a holiday.
Do you not think where they put
With your new head.
They put dry noodles in a wall and just shave it down. That's why he's picking at his head. He's got coca noodles there.
Oh, hang on, lad. No, we've left the soy sauce packing in. Guess that. We have to do it again.
So, you'd think that they.
Oh, fuck. You didn't take the soy sauce packing out, John.
You think that they would give him a helmet, right? But the NHS was.
Just sat there like a quarterback who's been injured.
No. It gets worse.
Did he have a pillow?
No,
Come on. Did the man with no head have a
he
pillow?
did. He
He
did.
didn't need one.
So, anyway, there must have been like an NHS shortage on helmets. So what they did was they masking taped
went to
2
Smith's?
massive foam gloves to each of his hands. You know, like the fucking number one.
To the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't a quarterback, he was a fan. So he couldn't pick at his fucking head.
Why didn't he just put a hat on his head?
Because they didn't have any hats. I don't
And
know.
also, you can take it hat off.
I'm not a doctor.
What?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they masking tape. So what you'd see every once in a while at the corner of my eye would be this guy with a third of a head just pulling at it with his big foam gloves. It was so sad, man.
Was he old?
What, sorry? No, he's our age.
So he's been in an accident. He
My
hasn't just
age.
fell.
What?
He's been in a crash or something, hasn't he?
Yeah, it fell. That's what he said. Well, that's what the other nurse
Fell
said.
off Mount Rushmore.
So he was in a really bad fucking way. But I managed to.
He used to be sick. And he fell off.
I could get up. I needed an oxygen tank to move though. So I'd get plugged into an oxygen tank and I'd move. I still wasn't able to piss and stuff. They had to give us a fucking, the little shoe on things.
Do you smoke?
Not no more, no.
The saddest thing is watching them outside hospital with the tanks on smoking. It's like, bro.
I could barely breathe at that point, let alone smoke or anything like that. I was still pissing in my bed in the little, and also as well, fuck mate, all the drugs that I had and all the fucking illness that I was on, my dick was like nothing. It was like, so I was trying to like thumb it in and I couldn't even fucking
To who?
thumb it into the fucking
Oh, right.
hole.
Oh.
Into the hole of the man's head.
It
Can you
was.
please stop fucking his head? We've got no helmet.
He's screaming. He's doing it again. Help!
Wait a minute. This isn't dog cum. This is Legionnaires jizz. This dirty boy
Legion says.
uses foam gloves to wipe his cum off. Just absorb it.
He's probably dead now.
Yeah, probably. So anyway, I get transferred to the rest.
Little, side Just a little side quest for a sec. You ever seen like interviews with people who've got like half their head missing, and they can just talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's gone, but they're just there going, yeah, you know, I had a penguin for breakfast and stuff like that.
Yeah, fella.
Right?
Penguin for breakfast.
I had a penguin for breakfast. You know,
When you've got a third of a head, you've got to live your life different. You know,
good interview,
no
by the
healthy
way.
eating for penguin head.
penguin for breakfast. I'm got to gym later, and then I'm going to see Ratatouille 3. You know, when they're just having conversations, I always think, you know, the bit of the brain you've lost. What was in that?
Well,
Yeah.
what's her name? That's Emma. What's the actress' name? Actor, sorry. She was in Game of Thrones. She's the Daenerys.
Oh, Emilia Clarke.
Amelia Clark. She's lost half of her, like a big chunk of her
Yeah.
brain.
But like, what when they lose it like that? What was in it? Is there just stuff that he just like has like
just
it's
storage,
just gone?
Just memories.
You know what I
Storage,
mean?
yeah.
Like he can't juggle anymore, but he can do everything else, and that all juggling has taken up all of that bit of his head. You give him stuff, and he's just like, I don't even know what the word means, mate.
Can't teach him again.
No, because that bit of the brain is the juggling bit.
Well, they say you only use 10% anyway, don't you?
What?
They say you only use 10% anyway.
I think that's a misnomer. Only using 10% of your brain. It can't be 10%, can it? Because otherwise, what's the rest of it
No,
for?
I think we actively use 10%.
Yeah.
And the rest is just doing things in the background.
Yeah.
Aye, so he fucking, do you know what I mean? He can still talk, but he can't do trigonometry or something like that. Like,
Shit.
We won't have him on. He's gone woke.
wait, you're anti-Holocaust? Get out of here!
Apparently we used, so the Mythbusters guys have proved that we use 35%.
Aye, so he's lost the bit that we don't use. Anyway, right. So I go up to the
Take it off me then.
when I don't need to be on so much oxygen,
Like
when
your
I don't
appendix.
need to be in the hood anymore, they let me go into the respiratory ward.
He's in the Bronx.
What?
Freddy, hello. Can you please come back? I'm in the hood. No, mate, you're not well, are you?
Freddie, we told you not to leave the fucking ward, mate. You should not be in the South Bronx at this time of night.
The hood. Right, I was in the hood anyway.
So I went up to the respiratory ward, and that's so sad. It's just full of people who are fucked, like so fucked, and I'm there trying not to fucking breathe. And I recovered on there basically, and yeah, I was Paul Smith, by the way. Paul Smith's in the fucking third of a head guy. He saw us in ICU. He's in the fucking third of a head guy. Ask him about him. Okay. Anyway, so there was I recovered on the respiratory ward, and it took us a few days, and then I was out. But then they noticed while they were doing scans and stuff, they were doing sonograms whilst I was in resus to try and find out what was wrong with me.
Found out you were pregnant?
Yeah, right. That's when they found out that my heart was fucked, and so I was doing like X-rays and stuff and shit like that. And the Legionnaires has given me heart failure. So
you've got heart failure?
Either the Legionnaires has given me heart failure, or I've always had heart failure and not known, or drinking has caused heart failure.
And honestly, that's like 33, innit?
Isn't it mad the way heart failure seems like, it's just basically, it's not working the way it should, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's all that means, isn't it?
That's right. So my heart, my left ventricle doesn't pump out enough oxidized blood. And during the Legionnaires thing, they think my heart's expanded and gotten bigger in order to sort of, because it's a muscle. And if the muscle has to work harder, it gets bigger, right? So I've got a big heart, and it's not filled with love. So I...
Low oxygen. Come.
Dog cum.
Come, you've got sticky arteries here. You've been injecting dog cum into your chest, you dirty cunt.
So can you never drink again?
Well, they're figuring that out. So at the moment, I am on a mix of beta blockers and blood thinners and all sorts of stuff to give my heart a rest.
What percentage are you back?
What do you mean?
In like you feel, how do you feel percentage wise?
So I feel. So I've regained 90. I've got 95% of the lung function of somebody of my age and gender.
Okay.
So my lungs are now fine, but my heart is still bad, basically.
And you wanted to have me a charity boxing match?
Oh, I'd win 100%.
Freddie, you wouldn't be allowed, would you? The doctor wouldn't let you.
No. It's so I'm on stuff at the moment that is, when you say heart failure again, people panic about it and think it's bad.
You're on blood thinners
it's
and you want to
not
get
working.
punched.
Blood thinners are fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You meant to get punched on them?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want on them.
It's just on the box.
You're fine.
Don't worry about getting punched.
So anyway, but
Don't have any wine, though. That's going to kill you.
But the reason I'm going for this CT scan is the whole thing is we're going to check, we're going to give your heart a rest for 6 months, and then we're going to check how much it's shrunk. And if it's shrunk back to where it was, crack on, lad. Well done. If it's shrunk a bit, maybe we need to give you another 6 months. And if it's not shrunk at all, like, you're out the game. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
So I've been nearly 6 months sober now, and I fucking hate it. I hate it so much.
so you're an alcoholic then?
So I wouldn't say that. If you'd have asked me 6 months ago if I was an alcoholic, I would have said no. But recently I've come to the conclusion that I probably was. So I thought an alcoholic was somebody who drinks really bad. But I thought, really, my alcoholism, I guess, is the fact that I was dependent on it to be social, like, and to relieve a bit of stress. So the problem that I've had is that I've not been able to kind of find anything to replace that vice. And so I don't have like the same level of social skills or interactions and stuff. I don't really like going out as much anymore. Like, and I feel like I can't burn off steam the same way. So I guess when you look at it that way, I probably was more dependent on alcohol than what I'd like to believe. And so maybe, yeah.
Do you want us to find you some new vices? We can give you a list now.
I've tried fucking everything.
Have you
tried
tried
everything? I've tried weed. I've tried chess. I've tried...
Did you mean cheese?
Chess.
Oh.
But then I tried chess and weed and I got frustrated because I wasn't as good. And then I've tried gaming. That's the thing that I've tried to do. I fucking can't be arsed with.
You know, years ago before me and Freddie, in fact, it was that Edinburgh that you were talking about before, Edinburgh 2014, and we accidentally ended up on the same train to Edinburgh because you have to change at Preston to get to Edinburgh. And I got on the train with him, and we didn't really know each other. And we knew each other as acquaintances, and like we'd done like a handful of gigs together or whatever.
I thought we were friends.
We'll get there one day. But he had a chessboard with him, and he was like, "Oh, I've got my chessboard," and I was like, "Oh, I play chess." And obviously, like because I present in a certain way, he was just like, "Oh, I'll just fucking twat this guy," and I beat him. And I've never seen anyone that upset and surprised in my entire life.
Yeah, because he presents in the way of like a. Well, you did back then, more of a simpleton.
Oh. A butcher as well.
Yeah. I'll beat this simple butcher. No sausages on the board, you fat cunt. Yeah, that's you know. So,
But you look, I mean, I had them joke before, but you look a lot healthier than you did. Not that
yeah, well, I am.
You look less blotchy.
Yeah, well, I've been.
You negging him.
Do you just want me to suck your dick? What's the fuck is this?
No, you've lost weight, I can tell. And
I've lost about 2.5 stone.
Yeah,
but what's mad? All of that was drinking weight. I've not changed a single fucking thing other than not drinking, and I'm 2.5 stone lighter.
Yeah, but there's so many calories in ale.
You would have
It's
wine.
mad, innit?
You wine as
Like
well.
a pint of Guinness. A pint of Guinness is 199 calories, so 200. I'll easily do 12 of them. Like on an accidental night out, I'll have 12 pints of Guinness. That's your calories for the day.
It's mad, innit?
Like and that's for like someone who's not even trying to lose weight. That's like maintaining weight for the average man. So if you have like a normal amount of food and then 12 Guinness, that's 2 days worth of food.
Do you know what though as well is the alcohol-free options on alcohol. The alcohol-free options on whatever I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
They're fucking shocking.
No, they're not.
They're so bad. Guinness Zero is actually really nice.
Yeah, it's
I'll
good,
give you that. And
It's even better on draft. If you get a draft of it,
yeah,
it's the closest thing to what it's trying to be of any of them.
I've never been a big Guinness drinker, but I'm drinking plenty of Guinness Zero because it's so close that I can't tell.
Yeah.
Heineken Zero is passable. The rest of them are fucking wank. And I'll tell you what as well, the non-alcoholic versions are the same price as the alcoholic versions. And you can fuck off. You can fuck right off.
probably more
A non-alcoholic cocktail is juice. It's fucking juice.
Yeah, just don't order it.
But it's there as an option for me.
You know, like when you get annoyed when people get offended by your comedy, and you go, just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Just don't order the.
Yeah, but it's there as an option for me.
Yeah, but
It's all there as an option for people who don't like it.
So is flying to the
Stop
Bahamas
making
first
sense.
class. You can fly to the Bahamas right now first class. There's an option. You don't have to book it if you can't afford it.
Also, the best non-alcoholic beer you can get, in my opinion, like a lager, is Lucky Saint. Try Lucky Saint.
Lucky Saint.
Yeah.
Do you drink
Okay.
it? So you really enjoy the taste of beer then? Otherwise, you just drink a soft drink.
Mate, I was so into. I loved everything about alcohol culture. Like, I loved fucking beer festivals. I loved drinking stupid fucking alcohol that you've never heard of in your life before, like some cunt's brewed in his fucking bathtub. I even loved hangovers. I loved the whole fucking thing, and I loved a sesh. So to not have it's unbelievably difficult. And I've noticed how much socially I rely on alcohol. Interacting with people who I don't know is torture for me. It's actual torture.
I'm fine with that, but I will always, like, this is a bit Kreischer quote, really. I will always try and keep myself now as fit and healthy as I can so that I can sort of drink whatever I want when I want to. Like, I don't need alcohol the way I think you need it. You know, like, to function socially, I can do it, and I'm good with new people. And I can actually go on a night out and not drink and still have fun. But I really do enjoy a few pints.
Yeah.
Like a couple of times a week. And I always want to be able to do that without it ever being, oh, he's fucked.
Yeah. No.
I just want to be able to do it.
But the thing
I don't
is,
want to have to stop. So the reason I keep an eye on me drinking is so that I never have to stop.
But also as well, you have an addictive personality.
I don't, though.
You do. You absolutely do. Him saying I don't have an addictive personality is fucking. What are you doing at the moment every single day?
Training for a marathon.
There you go. That's so the thing with addiction.
It's hyper focus rather than addiction.
No. The thing with addiction, right? And I honestly believe this is you can never get rid of addiction. It's an innate personality trait. All you can do is focus it at a thing that's either good for you or bad for you.
Dan's got an addictive personality. I think his is more hyper focus.
Nah. It's addiction.
Well, okay, right. I've started training for a marathon because someone else signed up for it. And I was like, I'll do that with you. And it was a show of solidarity. Other than this marathon training, name something that you've seen me get addicted to.
Golf.
But that's hyper. I'm agreeing with you. I'd say it's hyper focus.
So I've got an addictive personality because I got into golf last summer.
Yeah, but you get into it. It becomes every facet of you. It becomes super fucking. You don't just like it a bit. You really fucking,
So because I got into something and enjoyed myself,
here's
that's
another
an addictive
thing.
personality.
Here's another thing as well.
I think you're mixing up hyper focus with addiction. Dan's addicted. To
Your weight fluctuates to fuck.
Because I'm addicted to putting weight on and losing it and then putting it back on and losing it again.
That's the addictive personality.
What are you talking about?
It's because you either stuff your face with fucking Chinese takeaways every night or you're super fucking clean and healthy and everything. I think you've got an addictive personality.
I'm not, though.
Look at the way that you do comedy. Like, you have an addiction to comedy because you have that insane work ethic.
Right. So I like my job and I'm ambitious. And I played golf a few times last year. And I'm training for the marathon.
So,
there you go. He's a smackhead.
But here's the thing. No. Because what you've done is you're taking the word addictive personality and you're immediately presenting it as a negative thing. I think addiction can be a really positive thing, providing that it goes towards a positive way of making your life better. So at the moment, your addictive traits are allowing you to train for a marathon in a time period that I think most people would say is a silly time period to train from a marathon. Because most people...
In the 12 weeks building up to it. People normally train
after.
In the 12 weeks after.
No, I know, but like most people would give themselves a bit more of a layup than you would.
What do you mean?
Like, I think they give themselves a bit more. I don't think most people would go, I think I'm going to run a marathon. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I didn't. Alfie Brown said to me, I'm running the Paris Marathon, you should do it with me. And I said, all right, I'll give that a go.
Freddie, what you're saying isn't wrong, but I think it's addiction. But I know what you mean. His is total hyper focus, and he'll agree with that.
Okay, so
it's this thing. I'm doing this. I'm going to be good at this.
So I think we might just be using the different words for the same thing.
Yeah.
So what I would call addiction, you would call hyperfocus because it sounds like a superpower.
Yeah, but no one's ever got hyper focused on heroin.
It does. What? Sorry. Yeah, that's what addiction is, you mad cunt.
No.
Do you think non-addictive people are not asked about heroin? It really takes up all of their focus.
Okay, but I've tried cocaine and didn't get addicted to it, and I've tried weed and didn't get addicted to it.
Right, okay.
Right.
I've tried other stuff that I didn't get addicted to. I've tried home renovations, didn't get addicted to that, did I?
Right, because it's not it's not something to get addicted to.
You can get addicted to anything. The
Adrenaline.
idea
But
that
I haven't.
No,
The
but
stuff I've tried that someone with an addictive personality would be addicted to.
No, because the idea that everyone who's got an addictive personality is all addicted to the same things is just wrong. There's some stuff that you can it just doesn't fucking... Here's an example, right? There are people who are addicted to gaming, right? You agree with that, yeah? Mm-hmm. Now, I have an addictive personality, and I have tried so hard to like gaming. I've tried so much. I've spent so much money to try and like gaming, but I just think it's gay. I just don't like it. I think sitting there and like, oh, I'm building a town for my village. I think it's just fucking pointless. I'd love to love it. I really would like to lose hours in Red Dead Redemption or something, but I find it stupid. I can't disassociate myself from the fact that I'm sat at home like that. I think it's rubbish. But I've got an addictive personality, and that's an addictive thing. It just doesn't hit my buttons.
Right.
So if you he's not wrong, but like I just think he's.
So if your CT scan goes well and you're told, right, you can drink alcohol right now.
Like
what's your
a
first
pregnant
move?
mother who's just had a baby. I'm fucking on it, mate. I'll do 3 shots before I fucking leave. Genuinely.
But what happens if you get back there again? Surely you're not now happy with it. You're in a healthy state.
No.
You're happy just chop it all back down again.
No, I'm honestly. Everyone's like, yeah, but think you don't get hangovers and you've lost so much weight and you're probably so much healthier. I want to get shit-faced. I really want to get shit-faced. I'd love for it to... I'd honestly love to pretend like this was a different outcome, but I fucking... My relationship with alcohol is... It's deeper and more complicated than I would have given it credit for. But I still want to indulge in it. I hate talking to people sober. I hate having to live life sober.
It's good to have you in for this conversation today.
I hate every day starts and ends the same. It's fucking boring, mate. It's boring.
You'll find something to replace it with.
Yeah, well, the thing is nothing replaces that buzz quite the same. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a buzz that you get from drinking that's different to anything. I tried gambling for a bit.
Are you wanking?
Oh, so much. I literally...
He was anyway, wasn't
he? Yeah. The fact that it's not come off is fucking amazing. But there's no... Like, I tried gambling, right? But you can't, after a long day, you can't be like, I wonder what women's tennis is on. Do you know, it just doesn't... You know, it just doesn't replicate it the same way. Yeah. So I'm really struggling
Try gambling on other things.
Women's tennis isn't on.
Men's tennis.
What women's tennis is on? Oh, there's no women's tennis on. Time for bed. Guess there's nothing to put a bet on. Get all those horse races and all this fucking other sport. No, it's not women's tennis. I don't get the same buzz.
But getting a bet on is a whoa kind of buzz. Do you know what I mean?
There's another thing. I'm not addicted to gambling either.
You put bets on all the time.
I put bets on every single week, but I'm not addicted to it.
Right. Don't put bet on this week.
Okay.
Don't put bet on this week.
I don't think I'd know if he was. He's not.
But the fact that you're not doing it, you'll be fine not doing it, but it'll feel weird.
No, it won't, because I often just forget to put a bet on.
Yeah, Fred, you're not right there.
Fair
I
enough.
know people who are addicted to gambling.
I used to be addicted to gambling, and now I still gamble loads, but I'm
You're still
a bit
addicted then, aren't you?
What?
You're still addicted then.
I'm better with it though. I manage it.
Lies.
But I gamble loads of money. I've got a bet on literally now as we speak.
I'm going to put a bet on the next horse race, actually.
Oh, I've got a tip for you.
Please gamble responsibly. Yeah.
So I was coming back from Isle of Man on Thursday. I was in the taxi with a bloke who's part of a betting syndicate, and his horse is running today. It's called ROWE and DAN 6 p.m. at Kempton. Okay. So I've got some money on that.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a check and see if that one in 5 days' time.
Oh, God, it's going to come up on the screen, innit? Last.
Time
dead.
For a break. Press that button. What's happening, lads? Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. Now, we're recording this on Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter that Valentine's Day is just past. It's not just that day where you and your partner should be coming. You should be coming hard all the time. And the only people who are going to help you get there are Love Honey. And if you go to lovehoney.co.uk and use the promo code WORD20, you get 20% off site-wide, off everything. The outfits, these rabbit vibrators, the lubes. What have you got?
I got myself a clit sucker.
Did you?
I said that with way too much riz, didn't I? It's a lovely little toy, isn't it? It feels nice. It's I don't have a clit, but if I did, I'd want it sucked by this.
And if you haven't got a clit, find someone who has and use it on them with their permission. Lovehoney.co.uk, promo code WEIRD20, 20% off site-wide, the best sex toys on planet Earth. And you know what I'm into? My outfits, mate. Go and put a French maid outfit on, you dirty man. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's part 2 of 3.
Yes.
It is.
First ever, I think, maybe.
With a guest, yeah.
Yeah. That first section was just so long because Freddy goes on.
Yeah.
And we decided that was enough because we don't want to give you... Hatty Preston's here.
Yay! So, Freddie, we usually press like a nice button to welcome the guest. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
Just pick one.
Yep. That's the right
That's the real one.
Yes!
Riddles, thanks.
Press it again, please.
Press it again.
You don't have to put your finger through it.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, right. You press again, stop it.
Yep.
Okay, this is
Really
going to be
good.
fun.
Thanks.
Who put me in charge of 8 buttons? You madman. Ha! What did that do?
There's not sound coming out? I'm not losing my mind.
There is on the
You've got it.
headphones.
Okay, well, as long as
And
you
the,
can,
and
I
the
just...
listener or viewer can hear
Fine,
it
I'm
as
not
well.
just in like a fever
No,
dream.
no,
This
no.
is fine.
No.
Okay,
And
good.
I don't wear them because I just don't.
I know, you don't need it.
My head gets hot.
Yeah, I know.
Which one's the button for slurs?
What?
What? Anyway, let's go.
Go on then, press the button.
So while you were out
audio.
eating,
Yeah.
what did you go and eat?
Italian food.
You went to Bacaro.
So Hattie got here on time.
Yeah, I did
you know,
early. Yeah, actually, Freddie, yeah.
which is really nice of her. You know, it would have been great if we could all get back in time.
Yeah.
But you decided not to do that, and that's fine. Me and Hattie were discussing the fact that you have challenged me to a charity boxing match.
Okay.
And, Hattie is.
You absolutely can't do the charity boxing match. Do you know that?
Okay. She doesn't know what
Sure,
she's on
no,
about.
we walked. Binty took us round the new hot water, and he didn't get up the stairs. Like you
What do you
can't.
mean I didn't get up
you
the stairs?
didn't.
I
No, you
walked
were
around
like
everywhere.
you were
I
like
was
this. You were
agile
like
like a cat.
No, you were like a pug. You're like.
Literally said
That is the
Did you
second
say
time
that?
today
You
that
can't
somebody has
box.
called me a
You
pug.
can't. But also, Freddie, you're a lover, not a fighter. You don't fight people.
This is.
It's so true.
We
He
did,
tried- he
we
tries to
did
be
go
not-
to Bacaro because Freddie was tired at the top of Castle Street.
Are we? Oh, no, we didn't.
You went to the best restaurant in the
These are
city.
all lies. These are all dirty lies.
Can I just look, just for the viewers and listeners
Yeah.
at home, there is, apart from the me, Hattie, and Freddie, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other people in this room right now. Can we
All
just have
men?
a show of hands? All men. Okay.
How I like.
Yeah, all men. Yeah.
There is a lady
That was
in
in my
lobby.
that was in my pre-podcast
cage.
demands
It's not
though.
Could you just raise your
Yeah,
hand?
the only woman in here is flat-chested as fuck.
Oh,
That's how.
fuck off, Freddie. We can't all be gifted with succulent jujus.
Juju.
Jujus. Whoa.
Very contentious
Oh,
at the minute.
Jesus.
Get that on the button.
Could you just raise your hands if you think Freddie would beat me in a boxing match?
You pay all of them. They're all gonna
Doesn't
fucking
pay me shit. I
They're
pay
gonna-
myself.
They're gonna suck your dick.
No,
Okay,
but-
but can I ask, do you want to do a charity boxing match or do you just want to punch Adam?
Both.
Okay, fine.
Both. Come
So
on.
about it must be a decade ago now, closing in maybe 8 years. We
Yeah.
did a charity boxing night in the Northeast to save a kid's life, and he is still alive. So well done, me.
Right. Well, you was, is that who
That's
you were?
the most Adam Rowe thing. He is still alive, so well done, me.
Well, hang on.
Not the doctors, not the surgeons,
The
not the
doctors
parents.
weren't going to do any until I punched Elliot Steele in the
But
face.
was he the kid you were boxing?
No,
Right.
If he was still alive, you're not good at boxing.
That was his make-a-wish. I just want Adam Rowe to touch me one time.
I'd be mad if he'd heard my name.
It was
back then.
Elliot Steele.
It was Elliot Steele.
Fuck, I'd give anything to punch Elliot Steele in the face.
was
That
good,
seems like a
like,
good
I'm not
time.
gonna lie,
Shout
But
out
I
Elliot
would
Steele.
like to. I have challenged him to this in the past, but it just hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
And now the reason I don't want to do it is because I don't want to. Like, I don't mind fighting Freddie. I don't want to have a murder on my hands or
No, I
a
know.
manslaughter.
You won't kill me.
No, it
Got
won't.
heart failure, Fred.
You nearly
Heart-
got killed by a shower in
Yeah.
Dublin.
You
Heart
did.
failure is a broad term
Right.
that encompasses
like
lots
being next
of
to Conor
different
McGregor.
inaccuracies.
It's not that broad,
with
though,
your
is it,
heart.
Freddie?
I would enjoy to see if we did do it. Do like
Let's do it for a
UFC
charity.
press
Let's raise some money for the British Art Foundation. How about that? You're doing a good thing.
Oh, God.
Well, I've already got
The Art
charity work happening this year. I'm raising money for Zoe's place. Link here for my one. Just put my one in. We're cycling across India for Zoe's place. And
You're going to cycle across India?
All
450 kilometres, yeah.
Right, okay.
That's not going to happen.
Actually, I'd really like to see
What do you mean
Freddie
it's
do
not gonna
that.
happen?
I will. How much money are you raising?
Freddie, we've paid the deposits. We're all
Yeah,
going.
Can you do that one? That's really funny.
I'm not cycling. No, I'm not cycling.
No,
across
you should
India.
do that one.
It's too hot for a start.
We're going in November.
Oh, during the monsoon season,
Freddie, we're making a special out
we're
of it.
swimming across India.
They could use you as a dinghy. Go. They could use you. That's a lovely
All
thing.
get in Freddie's ass. Come on.
Oh, God.
I'll get that guy with a caved edge. You can jump in him.
Fred, have you donated to any of us going yet?
No, I
Have you
didn't know
shared
that you
your
were
link
going
anywhere?
on until
I haven't
right
shared
now.
the link anywhere.
Do we have a link?
We've all got,
We've all got our
individual
own
link.
links, yeah.
All right, good for you
got a
guys.
race.
But on top of that, I'm also running the Paris Marathon. I'm going to use that as part of my fundraising as well. And this is also why we can't have a charity boxing match, because I'm capable of basic cardio.
No, I know, but I'll get it all done in round one. It's fine. I'll get it all done in the first round.
Bite it
I'll
down.
run away from you for a round.
Yeah,
Bite
I'll
it down.
stay
Do you mean
still.
dinner?
Conserve my energy. Done.
Freddie,
I can stand still for a round. How fuck do you think I am?
Can you get
I'll
into
use
the ring?
ropes to lean on. It's
like,
fine.
can you get between the ropes?
I'll go
Like,
underneath.
could you crouch and be like, I'm getting through?
I'll slide underneath them like a
Right, okay.
snake.
Snake having a stroke.
Fred, what will you put on the back of your shorts? Because you've usually got like a,
Yeah.
like a kid's name or a wife's name. What are you going for on the back of your shorts?
On the back of my shorts,
Choose
whichever
your-
sponsor would pay me the most money.
No,
'cause
it's like
I'm
an
very-
embroidered word usually.
I think you should put your tattoo on them.
Hatty.
you
You're
want to know
the
about Freddie's-
worst.
What tattoo?
Tattoo.
I honestly, I have nothing but nice things to say about Hattie, but she's
Freddie has
such
the
a
worst
cunt.
tattoo I've ever had in my whole life.
Right.
You've got a tattoo?
I've got loads of tattoos, but the first tattoo I ever had, oh God, Hattie. The first tattoo I ever had,
I love you.
No,
I
you're gonna wait.
I don't even know what it
Even
is
more
yet.
in a minute. You can let me. More in a
I
minute.
decided for some reason that it would be a good idea to get quotes on my feet. And I thought that it would be quite meaningful to have my feet covered in quotes. And I decided to do this once. And the quote that it's a Latin phrase that I got on my foot. And it's the first tattoo I ever got. And it's Latin.
What does it say in Latin?
It says,
What's the Latin?
the Latin is Faber esquige fortune sui.
And it means...
Every man is the architect of his own fortunes.
Oh, you fucking gimp.
Yeah, I know. And when you're doing a gig for £150 in Wigan, you look at your fucking foot and you're like, yeah,
I've
this is
got
why
no
I'm
shoes
here.
on.
Just put my shoes on. It won't do that.
It's got forward, mate. I'm in 150 quid gigs in fucking Wigan.
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing that you started the first half of your life as like the most earnest person in the whole world who took everything desperately seriously and put Latin on your feet, and then you spent the second half like this.
Mate, I'm
I
so...
remember how much of a wanker you were, actually. Remember when you were... Do you remember when we first, like, started being mates and that?
I always liked you.
Yeah, no, I know. But what I mean is...
There he is.
What I mean is, like, you used to be, like, all... Like, you've gone, like, the way you want to do comedy now is the way you want to do comedy.
Yeah.
Like, you do the type of stuff you want to do and you're working for you.
Yeah.
But you were, like, trying to be, like, a Daniel Kitson wanker for a bit, weren't you?
Yeah.
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 Because you thought that was the way to do it.
Yeah,
What was the name of that Edinburgh show you were going to do? It was, like, a really... Like,
Oh, no, I was never going to do it as an Edinburgh show. It's just when you do...
no,
like,
you told me the title of an Edinburgh show, and you were like, "I've got to go." I remember you saying to me, "I've got to go for the highest echelon of Edinburgh show I can manage because that's how I'll get noticed."
Was it?
There's no
I need to buy
way I
shoes.
said that. There's literally no way. When do I ever say I'm going to go for the highest echelon?
Not
When do I
anymore.
say the
Not
highest
anymore.
echelon.
Because you're not a cunt anymore, or not the same type.
What was
Did you do
called?
it? Did you get it done? Did you get highbrow
I've
Edinburgh
never taken
done?
a show to Edinburgh.
No.
What was
I'm gonna this year because I'm gonna tour this year.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go up for half just to get a
Yeah.
really good
It
show.
was like
out the back
Gimlin
of it.
Flachlin Flachlin. It was
Yeah,
like one of
you
those
should.
words.
I can't even remember what it is. Like it was that, and I don't. In my head, I never planned to call it that. It's just I had to do previews, and so I just wanted to call it something. So I just
What was
called
it?
that.
What was the word?
I can't remember.
Echelon, because I've never heard you use that word, so that's
Exactly.
huge.
That's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not a Freddy Quinne word, is it? Echelon.
No, it is though. You were an English teacher. You know all the words.
Yeah, no, but I don't use them. I just have them in my back pocket
Yeah,
for special
yeah,
occasions.
as weapons.
What's your favourite word, Fred?
Oh, mate, why are we doing this? I'm at the moment.
Come here.
I'm really like since I got sober, I'm really struggling to have normal human conversations with people.
Are we saying you've got sober now?
Yeah.
Because for the longest time you wouldn't let it. So are you saying you've got sober?
I have to.
Or you're on the naughty step? Okay, fine.
Mate, I've always been socially awkward, but I've been able to mask that with alcohol.
Yeah.
The
But
naughty step is
now
the
I just
morgue.
I just feel stupid things fall out my mouth. And in the past, whereas I was pissed and I didn't give a shit, now I just have to fucking live with them inside my head forever.
No, but that's a nightmare. But it's because I was shit-faced on Sunday when me and Freddie were doing the roast, and my nightmare is that I never black out. Like, I would give anything to be someone who blacks out. So I say stupid stuff, and then I get to replay it all the next day.
Honestly, I black out all the time.
Do you actually? Like, full like gaps in your memory, gaps in your night?
I can't remember the last time I drank like properly and didn't have some gaps.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It is, but here's the thing. The anxiety of what did I say and what did I do is so much worse than anything you've ever done or said.
But then I get to replay mine all the next day. You know that fella who went...
but right, imagine...
But then
see that replay?
Yeah.
You know what it is. Imagine not knowing what it is and your brain going to you, here's what you might have said.
Yeah.
What's the bit,
Yeah.
the bit of social interaction that you replay in your head over and over and over again?
Well, you know that fella on Sunday, the roast. I apologise. I sent him an Instagram message the next day and apologised.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did
I felt
you do
that
to this?
bad.
What did you do to this man?
She nearly made him cry.
Not like you.
Oh dear.
Don't leave him, Micah. Don't leave him.
Listen, I even said before, Freddle's had like 2 things he couldn't. Fuck you. Is it in my wheelhouse that men happen to cry around me? Yeah, it is. I'm still at a loss to how this happens. Sure.
What did you do to the roast man?
Well, he's a newer comic, isn't he? And I just got the hump. I just got the like. I didn't like him, and he said something weird, and I just fuck it. Like, it's.
I remember at one point,
like this, the whole world goes quiet, and I just tunnel vision. It's what I've always said. I think I could murder. Like, I actually think I'm capable of murder because when I get that angry, everything goes quiet, and you just lock in. You're like, he's done. He's done.
I remember at one point you said to him, you love it when virgins think they can talk.
Right.
I remember at one point you said that he should absolutely kill himself, and you were being completely serious.
Gosh.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, the one that got played back to me was not that bad. The one that got played back to me was, you look like you smell like Wotsits. And the other one was, you look like you're simultaneously going through chemo and donating your hair to Little Princess Trust.
Yeah.
Was the other one. Yeah.
Oh dear.
So
And this was just
Was that to Freddy?
just a Sunday. It was just a Sunday at hot water. I'd been for a Sunday roast. I'd had a lovely day. Like, I was really happy.
See, I'm different. I don't
know you're different.
The abuse that I spout at people, I don't care about. The things that replay back into my head are the bits where I've just kind of got social interaction a bit wrong.
Okay.
Like, there's a bit where I used to live outside like an apartment block.
Why did you live outside it?
There was a what? Sorry.
Why did you live outside it?
On the streets.
I used to live in an apartment block. I used to live.
With a castle on a cloud.
I used to live inside an apartment block, and outside of the apartment block, occasionally there'd be an old woman that smoked roll-ups, and we'd exchange pleasantries. And one time I'd been to get a Chinese takeaway, and it was in a big bag.
One time, yeah.
And I was really excited about the fact that I got to eat a Chinese takeaway. It's my favourite takeaway. And all I could think of in my head is I'm going to get to eat Chinese food in a minute. And so when she instigated...
Can you imagine his head? Chinese food, Chinese
shallow
food, Chinese food, Chinese food.
That's what was going on.
He's the fattest bloke on the planet. Like, he was so consumed with what had happened in there. That's all that's on you.
So,
I'm going to get to eat Chinese food.
So listen to this, right?
Go on, say.
So
woman
all I
smoking
can think of... Yeah.
Next year, you're like, she doesn't know.
No, exactly. So she instigated conversation with me, and she went, "You're right, love." And I panicked, held up the bag, and went, "I've got a full Chinese in here."
Food. You said food.
What is a full Chinese? It doesn't even make sense. I just held it up and went, "I've got a full Chinese in here." And she went, "Right." And I went, "Yeah." And then I left. And then that was it. And that replays in my mind all the time.
The homeless rolly woman's like, he's mental.
Oh, There's another one as well.
Glad I don't live in these
There's
blocks.
another one as well, right? I was in a pub, right?
Yeah.
I was getting a round of drinks, and it was in this nice place. I can't remember where it was, but I was getting 3 drinks.
Wetherspoons.
It was 2 pints and like a Coke because I wasn't drinking. So you got to hold them like this. And I'm talking to the barman, right? And it's an old historic pub, and he's talking about the history and the area and stuff. And I'm chatting to him, like, oh, yeah, okay, all right then. And I'm confident because I'm like, oh, I'm holding up this conversation quite well. And then he gives me my drinks and he goes, do you need a tray? And I went, no, I don't need a tray. I'm old school.
Oh, no.
And he looked at me like,
I'm from
what?
a pre...
Exactly. I'm from a pre-tray era. Oh, Lordy, here he comes with his fancy flat things for carrying drinks.
I'll have my owl take him over to the table.
That's making me
doing?
cringe. What? I'm going to remember that now.
Yeah. He looked at
I'm
me.
old school.
He
old
honestly,
school.
he looked at me like
I'd rather drop it on the floor and buy another one.
it was horrific. That's all
And
the
they
time I
haunt you
say
to this day.
What, sorry?
They haunt you. Those are the things that haunt you.
The full Chinese haunts me every day.
Full Chinese.
I've got a full Chinese.
You
in
can't
me.
say that a full
Because
Chinese haunts you every day.
The
Freddie.
way she looked at me
Clip
was
it,
just with such
clip it.
bafflement. Like, have you never had a conversation
Was she,
before?
was she
ever?
homeless?
What, sorry?
Was she homeless?
No, she lived in the apartment
Oh,
block.
because that'd be a flex, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Full
we
Chinese.
yeah.
You're never having this, woman.
That man who's always outside walking around with a Chinese.
In a bag.
Full Chinese, yeah. I'm old school. Put them together.
What do you reckon is the stupidest thing you've ever done to impress a woman?
I know.
You know?
No.
Wait, what? I didn't realise that you said you know, like
No,
I've done something.
No, you haven't. You've never.
Go on.
What do you think it is?
What do I think the stupidest thing I've ever done to impress a woman is?
You ever tried to break a world record or anything?
How, wait. Have you? Wait. Have you ever? Wait. Have you ever tried? First of all, can we just check? Have you ever tried to impress a woman? Like, we haven't set up the context. Do you understand what that is? Like the complex.
I'm really scared that I don't know what's going on.
You've tried to break a world record for a woman and failed.
Me?
Yes, you.
When?
I remember when you tried to break the world record for eating a large Big Mac meal.
Oh, that wasn't for her. That was for me.
Because I'm the architect of my own fortune. You did not. Freddie, you did not try and break a world record for eating a Big Mac to impress yourself. You didn't.
With a woman watching.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's Christmas. It's time to tick something off the bucket list.
That's like you're doing it at home when you don't.
Can that be your charity match against Adam?
There's sometimes there's things in my life where I go, I think I could do that, and I wanted to try and push that. It's no different to you and running.
What was the record?
I would argue that it's the opposite.
So I think the world record of eating a Big Mac or a Big Mac meal is something doable, like 2.5 minutes. But I don't know off the top of my head.
It isn't doable because you didn't do it.
Well, yeah, I know, but you think it's doable.
Yeah.
It's like when they say, oh, you can't eat 4 digestives.
Yeah, it
in
is exactly. And you just
5
thought
minutes.
that's ridiculous.
And you get halfway through one and it's like eating dust. It's
Yeah.
like, it's impossible.
That is true. He is right. Have you found the world record?
3 days, apparently.
Under 1 minute.
Under what? Well, it must have been beaten. There you go. It was doable. That could have been me.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
What did the woman say, Fred, when you tried?
I can't remember. I was drunk and her opinion
And
didn't
also, he was
matter.
focused on making himself
I wasn't
proud.
bothered. I wasn't
Stop.
bothered about impressing her. I was bothered about trying to do.
Did she leave? Did she just go, fuck
I can't
you?
remember. I was.
We were all trying a big night out. I'm speculating that he was trying to impress a woman. I just wanted to bring up the fact that he tried to do that at 4 o'clock in the morning. And it failed.
Oh, I wish I knew more stories about you.
Hattie, have you ever done anything mental to impress a guy?
Well, yeah, I did do this one thing. So I shagged my first working class like years ago, and it was.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Listen, you've all got to do it once, and I did, and I was so. I didn't really know how to play it. Do you know what I mean? Because I was used to like middle class kind of cucky boys from the south, and this one was like fuck it, it was great. And I remember turning up, and he'd asked me to go into his, which was in like northeast London, which I truly did not know existed. And I got an Uber all the way there. I'd run home from a night out, shaved my legs because I fancied him so much. waxed. I mean, literally everything. Got an Uber from.
Your head?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I had no eyebrows. Like I fucking went for it, and he was really into otters, and I just like, slipped over to his house from the bottom of London to the top of London, and on the way over, I psyched myself out because I was like, fuck, you've lost all your power. You've given away all your power. Like you some fucking little stupid bitch who just ran home and shaved her legs and shaved everything. And now you're going to his house. And I was like, Hatty, come on. And I literally, he was sat on the bonnet of his car when I got there. And I got out the car mid-rant. Like I got out mid-rant being like, and if you think I'm here because you said you wanted me, you got another thing. I'm here because I want to be here because I decided that I want to be this. This is not because like full, just the whole. And he just sat there and watched. And then went, babe, I've got an Uber from yours 3 times. Less of that.
This guy's a fucking baller. I love that
Freddie,
move.
I fucking slipped out of the Uber. Like I was, and not just because I'd waxed everything, I was like, I would have married him in that moment. And that's when I realised, like, I think that's the perfect definition of middle class. Like if being taken down a notch is a fetish. Do you know what I mean? Like I was
put yourself at such a ridiculous
I was
notch
his
that it's
for
just-
life,
yeah.
and all it took. And he was the guy who turned around to me once and said, "I'm going to fuck you so hard, your grandkids are going to feel it." And I was in. I would have married him. Pardon?
Emotionally?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he did. I mean, all of it. That was.
It's going to be really awful one day when one of your grandchildren are walking around and just be like,
just feel like I've been thumped in the head with a dick.
Did he have a,
noticeably a North London dick, that.
Yeah,
Theodore,
no,
why
that
are you
was.
walking so funny?
did he have a good willy?
Yeah, he knew what to do with it. It
Working
was
class
really-
dick's the
working
best.
class dick is
Because they know how to
like-
put a shift in.
Is it, Fred?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I shag exactly how it looks like I shag.
What
On your back
in
now.
McDonald's?
Mate, if I can eat that Big Mac, imagine what I can do down there. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't.
No, but imagine what I could. Yeah, because I was full. I couldn't.
Face down.
I had no room for apple pie. Working class shags are the best.
Yeah, they are.
Because lads know how to put a shift in.
I know.
Do you know what you don't want is sensitivity.
No, you do
don't
not.
want. Oh, babe. You just want someone to go, I'm going to get on with this, and you can just
Yeah.
enjoy it as best you can.
That's nice, Freddie. That's really nice. That should have been the name of your
Happy
Edinburgh
Valentine's
special.
Day, everybody.
Just enjoy this as best you can.
Is that what you would say to a middle class lady?
I'm like a bird going through a picnic basket. I'm just all fucking. Do you know what I mean? Rah! Just going for it,
and you chased by the authorities.
Ruining family days out.
Sneaking and getting shooed away. Go away. No.
Shooing bears away.
I don't know if I've ever done anything
These metaphors, like. I'm like a bird going through a picnic basket. That's how I fuck.
No one wants
me.
No one wants to be there.
I mean, that's been my experience pretty much.
Shit on a rug and leave.
I'd love to see you have sex, Freddie. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Well, tune into next month's Patreon.
I'd love to watch
Can you imagine if that was the third section of this?
Huh?
Just Freddie having sex.
it. You don't have to imagine that because it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's one way to get demonetized, isn't it?
Well, for that, Hatty.
Yeah, listen, it's
Bring
been a
someone
minute.
fit.
Okay, can I? What are the times? I'll keep
She's
chatting with
going to
her.
roast you. She's going to tear you down today.
She can try.
She can. No, this is on me, actually, this one. It was a fun time. We were out for, it was Ishan Special in London. And we were
Here we
It
go.
was Ishan Special in London, and we'd gone for dinner just before the party. And I'd come from a gig, Freddie had come from a gig. And just before we'd have to go to Ishan's, I changed my top because I was like really feeling myself. And changed my top, went in. It was a real low one, like real low. Like she was fucking feeling herself that day. Came back out, and Freddie, quick as a flash, was like, have you changed your top? I was like, yes, I've changed my top. And he was like, God, you look gorgeous. And I was like, thanks, Freddie. That's so nice. He was like, imagine if you actually had tits.
He does.
That's exactly what I said.
And since then, it's been like a non-stop trolling. We started doing this thing. Freddie is actually, despite the fact that he's a horrid boy to everyone else, he's a very lovely boy to me. And I was doing a drive a little while ago that I wasn't happy about. It was really windy and it was just horrible. And so we sat on the phone with me for 2 hours on the way to Leeds. And, or Hull, wherever. And I was like, Freddie, no, I'm actually really not happy. I was like, there's big lorries everywhere. Like, what do I do? Am I behind the lorry? Do I want to go next to the lorry? Do I want to be sort of wind swept in between the lorries? And he was like, imagine if they actually did crash into you and it crashed onto your car, but you got decapitated in the crash. And then the police had to identify your body. And all they had was body of a 12-year-old boy found just outside.
God.
So it's just been this constant thing every time we're chatting in the car now. It's like, imagine if you got decapitated and the police had to identify.
Have you spoke to Freddie before? Because that sounds like Alex Turner.
Body of a 12-year-old boy.
I can't wait until because we go to Isle of Man.
Oh, we
together next
do,
month.
and I'm getting, yeah.
I've only just started going back there. It's such a special place. Hatty's really excited because she's going to get railed.
I'm getting railed by a whole football
Mate,
team. Yeah.
Because this is mainland puss. Do you know what I mean? This is,
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Is this
basically,
already
a guy slid into my DMs after a gig in Manchester, and he was like, we really liked your set tonight. Sorry, we're a bit rowdy. We don't really get much comedy on the Isle of Man. I was like, I think you have a comedy. I'm pretty sure Freddie's taking me there in a couple of months. And he was like, oh, great, yeah, cool. Bring the whole football team with me this time. I was like, oh my God.
It's
Are you going to fuck them all?
Pardon?
Are you going to fuck them all?
I figure, once there, do you know what I mean? It's like my make-a-wish to them, you know?
Hang on, it's your make-a-wish or
Wait,
their
no, it's
make-a-wish?
their make-a-wish.
Who's wishing?
So, no, this is my Zoe's house. You know? This is my giving back to the community, I
Hatty's
think.
cunt.
Hatty's.
Raising money for Hatty's cunt.
Hatty's cunt. I fuck football teams for them.
Can you imagine? In the Isle of Man, what a story.
I went to the Isle of Man once with Jamie Hutchinson and Phil Chapman, right? And we were doing some shows.
He's gigging or?
At the
I hope so.
It was last Valentine's Day.
we were doing. So it's. I love the Isle of Man. It's a weird place.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
shit, all
really
full of
fucking
freaks.
weird.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
Yeah, but I've got to keep going back. So I go. I love it. I love it. Anyway, we're going up. We're doing something like a festival at the top of the island, and the guy who was driving us around, the lovely bloke called Neil, who was showing us around, he said it's quite remote. So just so you're aware, which is code for there ain't fucking nothing up there. So get some snacks in now. Like if you need
Forage.
drinks or snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
We stopped and we're driving up there. And then on the way there, we're going up the TT course. And he points to a pub in the middle of nowhere and he goes, that pub's quite nice if you want to grab some food. And we went, all right, okay, yeah. So we go in this pub and it's an old pub and there's literally just our table, me, Jamie, his girlfriend, Phil Chapman and Neil on the island and a couple of old women in the corner. That's it. We're eating the food.
Taxi driver.
At the end, he goes, some young lad comes up to pay the bill and he looks at Jamie and he goes, you're a comedian, aren't you? I recognise you. And Jamie's like, yeah. He goes, do you want to see the balcony?
Oh my
and
God.
Jamie goes, what? And he goes, look,
Or it's a threat.
that's what I call my dick, the balcony.
It could be a threat.
Because there's plenty of outdoor space of a ledge on my cock.
No, it could
So
be
you ever got depressed women on and they want to get off?
Yeah. Last thing you see before you die.
It could be a ballsy murderer, though, couldn't it?
Hey.
So he goes,
see the balcony?
He goes, do you want to see the balcony? And then we're like, what? Yes. He goes, look, I'm going to have to okay it with my boss because it's a famous balcony and we don't just show it anybody. And so he goes away, sees his boss and he goes, right, I've been cleared to be able to take you up. So we all go up and he goes, whoa, just Jamie. And we all go, come on.
Oh my God, Jamie.
Come on, let me see the balcony. And he was like, oh, I shouldn't, but all right. We go up, we walk to the end of the room, and there is what I can only describe as a small, incredibly average balcony just overlooking the road that we were just on, right? And the thing is when someone tells you that it's a famous balcony and then they show you that and it's just a normal balcony, you don't know how to react. So we were all like, oh, wow, yeah, that's good. Wow. And he goes, I know it doesn't look like much, but during TT time, this is the place everyone wants to be.
What the fuck is...
And we were like,
The Isle of Man TT.
Racing. Not tea
racing.
time.
TT. So then
You
he
didn't
goes,
just have a stutter.
no.
Tea time.
Tea time. What is tea
Everyone
time?
wants to dinner on the balcony.
the
Motorbike
TT at the
racing.
Isle of Man.
Right.
It's motorbike racing.
It's the most famous thing in the Isle of Man.
I'm sorry. I'm not up on my Isle of Man shit.
There's nothing else there.
So anyway, we're on the balcony. We're like, nice one. And he goes, oh, whoa, before you go, can we get a picture? And we were like, yeah. He goes, oh, no, just of Jamie on the balcony.
Oh my
And so
God.
Jamie has to stand there like this, and they take a picture of him on the balcony, and then the lad goes, oh, that'll look good on the wall. And he turns and shows us, and there's dozens of photos, all in black and white, of like the most Z-list celebrities known to, like Simon from Blue. Do you know what I mean?
Hey,
Simon Webb,
whoa!
he's
I'd take
B.
Simon from Blue on a balcony. That's
No
a
worries,
huge
no worries.
nab.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Pray for me. Yeah.
all,
Don't need somebody.
all on this back. You know, like in an Italian restaurant in like the city centre where they have like
I really
weird
like those,
footballers.
yeah.
You know, Ali Sissoko ate here once. You're like, no one gives a fuck, mate. You
The
know what I
best
mean?
one of them is Cat's Deli in New York, though. Like the pictures
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Cat's
yeah.
Deli in New York are unbelievable. Do you know when I was in the Isle of Man last year with you and Thomas? I got back to my hotel room and I had a DM off a girl, and she was like, "I've just seen you in the Isle of Man. Why are you in the Isle of Man?" And I was like, "Oh, I've just had a show here. Why?" She was like, "Oh, I would have come if I'd known. Where are you staying?" And I just looked on her profile and she looked dead young, and I was like, "You look about 16." And she was like, "That doesn't matter here." Just sent to your profile and blocked her.
You should tell Chris D'Elia that. That's right up his street.
The Isle of Man's got a weird aura, though.
What?
Weird aura.
Yeah.
It does.
You wondered how that chat got started.
Absolutely. That was just irresistible to Teen Puss, but there we go.
That's not the closest you've ever come to being on a sports team.
On the team.
Puss. On the team, Puss. Oh, Puss Bus.
Break time, please.
Hello, everyone. Now it's time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped.com, the very best in below-the-belt men's grooming. Have you been shaving your pubes with some crappy old trimmer? Sort it out. If you've not been shaving your pubes at all, you need to get on Manscaped.com. The game has changed. Look at the fucking Lawnmower 5.0 with all the stuff that you get in this set. There's so many good options. Manscaped can change your pube game. Where have you been? Get them all nice and tidy. The ladies and the boys, they like it.
The Beard Bowl is here. It's not just about your pubes anymore with Manscaped. As the two best teams square off to see who the champion of facial fuzz is, our friends at Manscaped are prepping everything you need for game day. And Manscaped's Beard Hedger Pro Kit is the MVP of facial grooming, offering precision trimming, water-resistant technology, and enough styling options to outplay any opponent. And guess what? You can join the award-winning team with 10 million men who would already trust in Manscaped with our special offer. If you go to manscaped.com and use the promo code WORD20, you get 20% off and free shipping worldwide. Craft your winning look with Manscaped.
I've been using the Beard Hedger Kit. It's amazing. What a piece of equipment. Manscaped.com. Put in code WORD20 for 20% off and free shipping worldwide. Isn't that right?
They've even got deodorant for your bollocks, lad.
Oh, yeah. You have to tell me twice.
What's happening, lads? Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's Fume. Try FUM.com/have-a-word. It'll get you 10% off. Now, look. We've all got some bad habits. You ever tried to break one? Ever tried to break a bad habit? And you feel like you're trying to go up Mount Everest in flip-flops or something? It's hard, isn't it? You need a bit of help. Maybe you want to start. Maybe you've got some habits with things you put in your mouth, you know? And you want a little ways to change it. Fume is an innovative, flavoured air device, and it's award-winning.
Oh, it's lovely taste. So surprising. When you first try it, you're like, wow, that's more flavourful than I thought. And the feel, look at the feel of that. Just feel it. It's well weighted, perfectly balanced, good for swinging around. And the look, it's beautifully engineered, real wood, everything you want.
Try Fume.com/have-a-word and you get 10% off. Go and support one of our absolute favourite sponsors. It's Fume, spelt F-U-M.
Get on me.
Hello, it's part 3 of 4. No, part 4 of 3.
It's
Part 4
It's the
of
last
3.
bit. It's the last bit.
Part 4 of the 3 parts.
I was doing a joke there, wasn't I? Because the maths doesn't work.
You said something really stupid. You've not said it directly to me, but we were talking about it at lunch and it made me hate you so much. You said that Luke Combs is one of the most famous people in the world.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
And it's...
He said 70% of people in the public now would know
That's
who he is.
insane.
That's what we
That
said.
is literally insane. If you walk down the street... If Luke Combs walked down the street right now, people would go, oh my God, it's Rag and Bone Man. That's how not famous
That's
he is.
you.
Yeah, I get that so much, to be fair.
Selling out stadiums all over the world.
He's not one of the most famous people, though. He's not.
I don't think he is, Adam. I'm really sorry, and I really want you to be right, but
He's
I really,
successful.
I just don't think he is. Like versus Beyonce. Do you know what I mean? Like no, I don't
Andre
think he
Rieu.
is.
By the
Sells
way,
out.
Beyonce
Yeah.
dropped a country song yesterday.
She fucking did,
Yeah,
is
she's
right.
shite, that's why.
Carl hates Beyonce and country
Why do you
music.
hate
It's like his
Beyonce?
worst.
I hate her fans more than anything.
Beehive, unbelievable. You don't want to say that on a podcast. You're done here.
Oh, I love them.
Oh my god.
Andre Rieu sells out arenas. If he walked in here and out of a shite, you wouldn't know who he
Who's
was.
that?
Exactly. The
Who
guy
is
with
it?
the violin. Yeah. He sells out arenas. Means
he
fuck.
doesn't.
Who
Yes, he
is?
does.
There's no arena level violinist.
There is.
There isn't.
There is.
There isn't.
Stop it.
No,
Just-
maybe
is it
he's in
just-
a fucking. Maybe he's like in Busted or something, and they do it. And
Is
he
it
does
just
the violin
him
for
and a
them.
violin?
But
He's
no
not like
one's
with a
going
bigger
to an
band?
arena to watch one come with a
One
violin.
guy with a violin.
Yes, they are. Andre
they're not.
Rieu. He
No,
could be
they're
in
not.
yours and you go, who's he?
They're not.
Does he not do the Super
I'm sorry,
Bowl?
has no one else hung up
He's
with
doing
just one
two
guy in a
nights.
violin?
2 nights at Wembley Arena.
There you go.
He isn't.
He
You
is.
can't just say he isn't. Who's he with?
No one. It's Andre
Shut up.
Rieu.
No one just wants to hear a violin.
He has like an orchestra with him.
Right,
but it's
okay, that's
him.
my question.
But
Okay, but
he's
it's
the
his-
guy.
he's
Yeah,
the-
but Luke Combs doesn't just walk out on his own.
No,
He's
I
got a
know,
band.
but
No. But they're not going because they're like, I want to hear the violin. They're
Yes, they
going
are.
because that's
Yes,
like the biggest
they
orchestra
are.
thing in the world.
No.
Or is,
They're
it,
going
or
for
is
the
he
violin.
hitting some bangers that they already know?
None of you know who he is, and he's doing the same thing as Luke Combs, and you think he's one of the most famous people in the world.
I didn't say that phrase, by the way.
Let me
I reject that.
Let me just take this slightly to a different bit. Who do you think is the most famous person on the planet?
Right now.
Taylor Swift.
I don't think Taylor Swift. I think The Rock.
The Rock's up there.
I
He's
think
massive.
Dwayne The Rock
Sarcasm.
Johnson.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama's
The
a
Rock,
shout.
Taylor
Mr.
Swift.
Beast. Mr. Beast, I think, is a shout.
Kanye
No
West.
way. No way. Mr. Beast is too
isn't.
niche.
Anyone
Yeah,
over
no way.
60 has no idea who that is.
Kanye West, Andrew Tate.
No.
No. Again, it's too
No.
echo
Kanye
chambering.
might be
Yeah.
up there. I think The
Kanye
Rock
is.
I think
Andrew
The
Tate.
Rock
Trump.
is more famous
Trump.
than Trump is a shout.
It's probably Donald Trump.
Trump, yeah. Everyone knows that no matter what your age is. it's Donald Trump.
But I would say, like, musician-wise, it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
yeah, but overall, I think The Rock is more famous than Taylor Swift.
It's close.
It's close.
It is close.
It is close.
But it is Trump by probably a distance, actually.
Let us know in the comments, guys. Who do you think is the most
Oh, yeah.
famous?
Who is the most famous person
Yeah.
in the world?
Trump could fill an arena.
Trump.
Just with one violin.
You'd go. You'd absolutely go.
Now that would be a country album.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Would you
that
go to
would
a
be a
Trump rally?
country album.
If
I think
Trump was-
Beyonce's going to drop a country album.
She is. You know that she is.
No, I didn't.
No,
Yes,
that is,
yeah,
that's
she
literally
did
what she
announce
is.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
I love
just
that you
thought that was
predicted.
just a
No, I love that you
single.
predicted actual news. Yeah, yeah. No, she is. She is dropping a country
I think
album.
West
Israel
Coast
and Palestine are going to kick off.
Oh, just getting breaking news. Yeah, no, very much so. That's what she's doing.
Is it called Texas Hold'em?
That's the
anyone?
song. That's the
Yeah.
song. She's yeah.
It's shite.
Is
I
it?
can't believe you guys are sitting here pissing off the Beehive of a Wednesday.
What's the
All their
Beehive?
fans are little mings. They're all
They're-
gimps.
No, they're not.
What's
you don't,
the Beehive?
don't
That's
comment
her, that's her
below.
fan base, and you don't want to fuck with them. You
The
do not.
Beehive.
Yeah, you don't want
Hey,
to.
Beehive.
Oh, Freddie.
You're all
Hey,
stupid
Beehive
cunts.
yourself. I'm from Birmingham now.
We're Swifties anyway, so
How are you?
Swifties win.
We're going to see
I
Taylor
prefer
Swift at
Beyonce.
Anfield.
Are you?
Yeah, and I'm just
done.
as excited about Paramore, actually. So.
Correct. Yeah. Oh my god, good opener.
Have they cancelled?
No. Don't
Oh,
think so.
I thought Paramore had cancelled and it made me upset.
If it's not Paramore, it better be Luke Combs.
The last concert
He is
I
big
went
enough
I
to.
want it to be.
supporter.
I think she was Jane McDonald. I think she should go rogue. Do you know what I mean? Just be like
Jane McDonald?
Yeah. I think that's what we want.
Just giving agony aunt advice.
Oh no, Jane McDonald just out there like giving her Celine. Do you know what that's all I want.
Agony
Loose
aunt,
women
you
lie.
say?
Whoa!
We are about to do
Yes.
some advice.
Yes!
Why did you stop it then?
Why did you stop it? Turn it up.
I can't do everything right.
Now turn it up a little bit.
On the end. On the end. Yeah,
Yes.
keep going. Yeah. I'll solve your problem. Oh, right.
I
whatever,
can't
Freddie.
hear it, can I? So I've no
I
idea.
know, but we'll tell you when.
There's headphones there. I could hear it.
I've got bad hearing.
Oh, you can't have everything bad. You
Freddie,
can't have
does
bad hair, bad
anything
hair.
work about you? Anything?
Anything.
I've got a question.
you complete-
Freddie, what is your favourite part of you?
My favourite part of me.
Yeah.
His delusions.
And it can't be like mentally, it means like physically.
Yeah,
He's
it
had
has
him
to
in
be a
boxing
physical
match.
attribute.
I'll just stand still.
Got a great dick. It's
I don't
like
believe you.
what?
I don't believe you.
No, that's a lie. It's horrible.
yeah.
It's like a camel.
It's like
It looks like a sad. It looks like a sad dolphin.
Full of water.
Sad dolphin.
Yeah, just sort of.
What's your favourite
What's your
thing about
favourite
yourself?
bit then?
Come on, everyone's got one.
I don't really have anything.
You have lovely-
I'm not built like that. I don't
You have
think like
lovely
that.
breasts.
Makes me sad.
I don't think like I have favourite bits about myself.
makes
I
me
just
sad.
Oh,
I just
that makes me
exist.
sad. No, Freddie, no, I won't take that.
No, I'm not having this stupid
No.
body positivity.
I like
No,
it.
you're
ball.
going to
It's
do
like-
body positive. Yeah,
got nice ears.
You're right. He's got lovely ears, actually. And actually, your beard isn't disgusting. I think, like, do you know what I mean? No, but it's important we say that because a lot of people can't keep.
Disgusting.
A lot of people can't keep their beards,
That's the second best thing about me, according to Hattie, because it isn't disgusting.
It isn't
this is why I didn't
disgusting.
want to have this chat. Because
Yeah.
this is just...
No, it is
That
lovely.
infers everything else is.
That is, it's not disgusting, is it? He's done really well on that, and I actually think you suit not having hair on top of your head as well. I think you really do. You've got a lovely shaped head. I'm out.
Yeah, you look.
Finished.
What's your
time
favourite
for
thing?
advice.
Lovely ears, bald, not a disgusting beard.
I know. This isn't why I do body positivity. I don't do fucking happiness. I just live day to day and things happen and then you go to sleep.
This is
and
just sad. Stop making everything
that's
sad.
it.
Can we do that?
You wake up and then there's a series of events that you get through and then that's it. Nothing else. You don't need to attach emotion to everything.
Stop it. You love your dog. That's not a euphemism. He has a dog. You love your dog.
I do love my dog.
Yeah, so that's nice.
That's correct. But I mean, you don't need to attach emotion to everything. Like,
No, but you could
can
attach
just
emotion to
have
one
a body
thing.
that you don't feel
And
anything
it
about.
isn't
Just a
disgusting.
body.
What's your favourite thing about yourself?
My hair.
You have got lovely hair.
Thank you very much, Carl. You too. You've got really lovely hair. I just want you to know that. Yeah, it's my hair. Thank you. That's me done. I had to go over an hour.
What's yours?
Oh, you'll never stop. You'll never stop listing things.
If I'm having a good cock day, then I like me cock.
Do you know when you're going to have a good cocktail? Is it like a good hair day where sometimes you just wake up and you're like, oh my God? Or do you know what to do to get a good cocktail?
No, it's a surprise. And then I'll get out the shower and I'll have a little look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking hell.
Woo!
Yeah.
Or like I'll just feel a bit lumpier than normal.
Yeah.
Like a camel.
A lot of women
Right?
compliment my eyelashes and my nose. Apparently I've got a really cute nose.
Yeah, you do. And you have like cow eyelashes. They lick up. That's great, Adam.
Okay, Finn.
Come on, Finn.
Hands.
Yeah, he's got seen his hands.
Hey, go on.
Show her the finger. Bosh.
Huge
He
finger.
can
Well
write
done,
his
Finn.
initials in tomorrow's shite, Hattie.
That's amazing.
How long have you been
Really.
sitting on
Yeah, really. It's not as long
sitting
as
on it.
tomorrow's show. Yeah. Can I ask, Finn, is it just one side, but both hands is the middle finger the same
yeah,
length?
both.
Whoa, Nelly!
Sitting on it for hours.
Oh, no.
This is why you two are so happy at that desk. Carl,
about
what's
you,
yours?
Carl?
Is yours your hair?
My hair me beard,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good.
I like my arse, so I've got a big fat ass.
I'm still kind of intrigued about good cock days.
Well, your cock's not the same every day, is it?
It's a bit chubbier than
Mine's
usual.
pretty much. It's consistent.
It's always. It's
I
like
don't
dolphin.
have good cock days. I have good jizz days.
Oh, God.
I go.
What,
"Bloody hell,
tastes
that was more than usual.
I've been told I've got nice tasting cum, like by
Right.
3 different people.
Oh, Jesus. I can't.
All
Okay.
women. Don't know why I said people.
Okay, right. No, we don't. You can't be confused about Adam's good cocktail and then not. What is good jizz day? Like loads comes out, or
No,
like a
not
manager.
loads, like a bit more than usual. And you go, bloody hell, that's.
But why
I
is
do know
that-
what he means.
I do. Some
but-
orgasms are better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no rhyme and reason to it either, because sometimes you think if I leave this a couple of days, let it back up, But
Sometimes it's shit still.
you what?
Sometimes the length doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah.
Right, okay.
Sometimes my 4th daily wank's the best.
But then there's more to clean up.
Well, sorry.
But then surely when you're wanking, you want as little amount as
Clean up.
possible. Exactly. Oh, God.
Come on your belly,
Horrid.
rub it in, an hour later, peel it off in the bin.
Freddy just rolls around the floor, picks up hair with it. That's how he does the hoovering.
I just stroke me dog.
Oh, what? And then come.
Yeah, just in the cum. I just.
What he calls
They said he
wanking.
liked his dog. I
Just
didn't realise he
stroke
liked
the
his dog
dog,
that much.
Taking the dog for a walk.
Oh,
In the park.
good.
God, my dog's produced a lot of jism today. I said Jim. Fucked it up. Right,
Should we give some advice?
Agony Adam.
Agony
Pow.
Adam. Oh, we're doing it again?
Yeah, you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
You still can't hear, remember, because
That'll
he's
do.
Well
too
done.
backed up.
Thanks.
So this one is from Molly White. Agony Adam, how do I get my fiancée to help me plan a wedding? Me, the bride, did not want a wedding. I wanted to get eloped at Gretna with parents and grandparents. My future husband vetoed that and said he wanted a big wedding. Now
That's what I'd be like.
now we're planning a big wedding with 50 day guests and up to 100 evening guests. I'm struggling as I'm not a planner, but whenever I suggest anything, he has no opinions. Then he got drunk with his friends, came home to tell me that he said he wants no say in planning because it should be the bride's dream day. He was then offended when I said it's clearly not my dream day because I never wanted a wedding. He's still refusing to help plan, even though we only originally had 7 months to plan. Help me. I don't have the time to plan. I work long hours, and he has loads of free time. He's suspended.
This definitely
Sorry?
sounds like a guy to marry, doesn't it?
He's suspended.
From work, yeah.
School.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what it is? He's heard her go, I don't really want a massive wedding. I just want to get eloped in Gretna or whatever. And in his head, he's gone, no, she doesn't. She wants a big wedding. And so he's
Women
gone,
lie.
what?
Because women lie.
Yeah.
women
He
famously
goes,
lie,
oh, no,
yeah.
babe, we're having a big wedding. And he thinks that the more you plan it, the more you'll get into it.
No.
Because he don't want to fucking do it. And you're just like, no.
I'm
So-
going to Venice
No,
tomorrow.
he's getting pressure from his mum.
You reckon?
100%. That's a fella who's
I
getting
had to
pressure
tell my
from
mum
his
to
mum.
fuck off.
Shout.
Yeah. It's usually grooms' mums who are a nightmare because they know they don't technically. They're not on the planning committee because it's a girl thing. So it's the groom's mum is usually a thing.
We're going to Venice tomorrow to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
To plan it.
We had to find the places when we do it and stuff.
Okay, I was going to say, 'cause it'd be amazing if you went to plan it in Venice and then had it in Bootle. Like, that'd be so, that'd be such a fucking kick in the tits. You know what I mean? Like, I brought you here for the meeting, but don't get excited.
If I was like, if I was at the point where I was getting married with someone and they were like, I just want a small wedding, like let's elope to Gretna with our parents and just do it there, I'd be like, cool. But then we are having a big party.
Yeah.
Like when we've got
Yeah.
to have a party, even if you don't want to do it that way. But I mean, if he's sort of gone, no, we're doing a big wedding, you've got to show him this. It's on him. He's got to lead it. Never mind, like get involved.
P.S. This is how he's being about planning a wedding. Wait till you have your first child. Congratulations, enjoy being a single married mother.
Yeah, she's got to
Yeah.
she's got to fucking put her foot down with this because this is how the rest of it is going to fucking go.
Yeah.
Because he'll know if you let him tell you that you're having a big wedding and then do nothing, even though you've said,
Yeah.
I really don't want to do this. That's it for everything for you.
He's that boy who says he wants to call it Jurgen, but then doesn't raise it for the first 10 years, isn't he?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it'll be that.
Yeah, he said to me, he likes his time with mum, He said,
Yeah, he's that. I think he's one of those.
The minute you said the word Jurgen, I went, oh, God.
Yeah, but I speaking
Listen, he's
Liverpool.
gone next year.
Yeah.
No worries.
God, what
There's going to be so
what
many
a day.
babies called Jurgen next year, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Planning a wedding is fucking... I love it. I love you. But it is boring.
Yeah, it is, I think. I mean,
do you know Alfie's son is called Becker after Alison Becker, the Liverpool goalkeeper? And that's
Fantastic.
only because Jesse refused Divock.
oh my God, I love that.
I bet he was praying for a girl, wasn't he?
No.
Alison, perfect.
That's so
Boy,
great.
fuck, Becca.
That's beautiful.
It's a cool name, though.
Yeah. it's
And when they
cool
did the
as
Instagram
fucking-
picture of the new baby, Alison Becker commented on it and was like, "This is incredible."
Yeah. That is...
I've got a...
Schmeichel doesn't have the same ring, really, does it?
I've got
Devastating.
a...
dog.
Sounds
Dog
like Sean
in it,
Connery
yeah.
saying
I've got a
Michael.
friend of mine who...
What's his name? Schmeichel.
I've...
Why would they have...
Schmeichel.
Why would they have the first bit?
Because it's Michael.
Oh, right.
I've got
Hello,
a...
Schmeichel.
I got a friend of mine, right? And him and his missus, they met each other in Madrid. They lived in Madrid for a couple of years. But other than that, they're both from like Preston. And they live in Preston now. And they've got a baby called Ica.
After Casillas.
Well, no, just it's a Spanish name and they like it. But it must stand out in a class of people from Preston.
Yeah.
What's
Or
the
like
sur-
Muslims.
no, you can't give away the surname. But
Yeah, then it would.
Adam said, all them Muslims.
Jesus.
There's a lot of Muslims in
There's a lot
Preston.
of Asians in Preston.
You can't get blushy about that. You say way worse things.
Yeah, but my
You're walking
podcast
around
gets
with a
less
Chinese
views.
man in a bag.
I haven't said it's a bad thing.
No.
I am pro-Muslims in Preston and anti-Holocaust. There we go. There's my two political opinions for the day.
God, that's brilliant.
That's
And
lovely,
pro
innit?
the Beehive.
No, Swifties.
Jesus.
Swifties. We love
Okay.
K-pop Swifties and we don't talk about the old firm.
Right.
If anyone's listening,
It's a new Everton song, isn't it? We love K-pop, we love Swifties, and we don't talk about
the old
golf.
fair.
This is beautiful.
so, what's the advice we're giving? Because
Get him involved. Tell him he's a fucking lazy, horrible, fat twat.
and if he says no, what's then the advice?
Ultimatum.
Shag the
Wedding's
best man.
off.
Shag the best man. 100%.
Before the wedding.
Yeah.
Before the wedding.
Yeah, big
Weddings,
time.
yeah, ultimatum. Wedding's off unless you fucking plan it, you lazy cunt.
suck his dad off.
Suck his dad off.
You just go, listen, John, right? I didn't want a big wedding. You said you did. I'm really sorry, but like I can't handle the planning of this. So either you take it over or we're doing it my way and we're just going to Gretna.
Or you leave clues around the house about the wedding that you're not actually planning, but he thinks you are. Like he sees like a receipt from a bouncy castle hire, and he sees a receipt from like a magician, and he sees a
I'm going
receipt.
to that wedding.
That is not how you put a man off, by the way.
It's the opposite. Sorry, I forgot who I was with. Yeah, okay, fine.
Magic chicks on the bouncy castle.
No, you need to put things that we
Do you want me
don't
to give you a list for Venice?
And then there's like a receipt for loads of strippers and loads of cocaine. God, what a bad wedding.
By the way,
receipt
if your
for cocaine.
Venice wedding has not got a bouncy castle and a magician now.
Shit, lad.
Wow.
You've got to do
Put
it.
things we don't like. Like,
Mate,
you know.
make a magician go on the bouncy castle. It'd be
That's-
imagine trying to do a card trick on a bouncy castle.
Okay, what would be?
Stand still.
Okay, so what would be a nightmare for male wedding? Like a Spice Girl? No, that's not. Like
Just an invitation to the mother-in-law.
very good.
I think for anything
Mother-son
overly
dance,
anything
yeah.
overly planned and scripted, I think men are like, nah.
Okay,
You know
great,
those
so-
weddings that it's like 9 o'clock, get there. 9:15,
yeah.
opening photos. 9:30, do that, and it's like
Engagement photos. Have you done engagement photos?
Yeah.
What you mean engagement photos?
Like, did you have a photographer come and take
Yeah,
photos
yeah,
of you
they
looking?
did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're all like in love in each other's
She
arms
worried.
and set
She
them apart.
wondered why 4th day in there'd been a photographer following us around. They hadn't asked her yet. She's like, "Who's it?" I was like, "Ignore
No, you got a
it."
photographer for the engagement, but did you do like shot, like staged engagement photos to send out to people?
Yeah, like of the ring and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the ring's incredible, so it should.
Sure, fine, okay.
You don't have to
great.
like it.
No, I love it. Absolutely love it. That's what this face is. I really love it. I approve of it. So sorry, I'm thrilled.
She's a sexy woman, and the
Yeah.
person needs to see her. But I asked her in a dark cave, and she said maybe. Wasn't Noel Gallagher.
She said, maybe,
I asked
but I
her
can't see the ring.
in Capri. There's a thing called the Blue Grotto. It's
Yeah.
a cave inside the sea.
Oh, yeah, and you can swim. Yeah.
Yeah, you go in a boat, and I opened the box in the boat, and she went, "I can't see anything." She couldn't see because it was
Well,
too
that's
dark.
absolutely hilarious.
So
She must have had a vague idea. Like, you weren't putting out like chips. Do you know what I mean? Like,
She knew it was a ring box, yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
don't want
knew
any
it-
chips yet.
yeah.
And she went, maybe ask me again later, put me on my toes. And I was like, okay. And then
thank goodness you had a photographer for that dark cave moment.
Just emerging in like full scuba attire.
No.
Just Jack Finnegan abseiling on the rock down from the.
and then she fell off a boat, started crying, bleeding. And I asked her then.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yep. It was lovely.
Well done, Carl. That's really lovely. I once had a guy ask me if I wanted to go for Gourmet Burger Kitchen because they had a 2-for-1 card, and I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I shagged him.
Was it in Capri?
Yeah, no, it wasn't in Capri.
What city was this in?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying,
if
like,
you're
I'm glad
single, I'll
some
have a
girls
go.
are being treated as they should.
Oh,
I'm
she's
really
an
thrilled
angel
for
and she
that.
gets treated like one.
Just as
Yeah.
a general rule of thumb, by the way, if you don't want to talk about stuff, I just wouldn't bring it up. I'll never ask you questions about something you haven't brought up. How about that? Some guy asked me to go to Gourmet Burger Kitchen
Adam, I
once
don't
and then I
talk about
fucked
it.
him.
Adam-
Oh, really? Where was this?
Adam, I
I'm
don't
not
talk about
telling
it. I don't talk about locations. Adam, I'm very shy.
I fucked him and I swallowed every bit of his
Everybody-
cum.
Adam,
I don't want to talk about it.
Adam, stop it. I'm a lady. I'm coy. Shut up.
He fucked me everywhere, every hole, in every room in his house. Where was this? Where does he live? Oh, I don't want to
He
talk
made me
about it.
squeal like a pig, but I won't tell you where.
I was drenched in his cup. I don't want to talk about it.
Can we do? Are we doing more agony answers? Because I've got a question that I need help on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, great.
Press a button.
Here we
Okay,
go.
fine. No, first of all, I'm giving. I want
Okay,
this.
I'll just press the button and
Nice.
Go. Nice.
and the
So
answer
great.
to your question is
Well,
if
you already
get,
know. If I'm asking
if you
this
get
'cause-
something with a bit of padding, then it might show.
Socks.
Chicken fillets.
Come on, girls, we can do it. Right, so Freddie is actually already helping me with this, but there's a room full of boys, which is obviously the only reason I'm here. So I got in a car crash a week and a half ago, and the guy like rammed into the back of me. Thank you. And so it's completely his fault, all his fault. Even if they got CCTV, it would say it was all his fault. We switched details, and I went straight to Halfords, and I was like, and they showed what the problem was. His whole bonnet was like crumpled up on itself. Mine was actually largely okay. And the guy at Halfords was like, this is what you need. It actually won't cost that much. This is just things. And I sent it to him. I was like, listen, apparently it's not actually going to cost that much. You just want to not do insurance, and I can go to a mechanic of your choice, whatever you want. And he was like, yeah, sounds great. And since then has completely ignored me. Like it's been over 7 days and has completely ignored me. So I Googled him and he got out of jail just before Christmas for fraud, largely to do with stealing cars and lying about where they were. Also lying about his girlfriend being dead. She's not dead. I also found out where she worked. Thank you. And
women are mad, by the way.
and
She had a phone number.
Yeah. I've got everything.
how good
I've got his
women are.
address and everything. So now I'm like, my mum had a very Chiswick response to this, and she was like, "Darling, he looks very, very scary. Let's just leave it and not do anything." Freddie had the exact opposite response.
I
which is,
messaged in all capital letters, what the fuck kind of advice is that? Because this is like middle class advice where it's like, oh, let's just leave it and buy another one. It's like, no,
I'll buy you a new car. It's fine.
That guy,
he's got an idea.
that guy needs to learn the consequences. He's relying on you going, oh, bloody hell, this seems like an awful lot of issues. Oh, well, guess we'll stop now.
Or
you
do-
need to fucking
Yeah, or
get
do we
him.
just go full? But then he also has my address. So you're like, do
What's
I
he
want...
going to do?
Why did you give me the address?
Because you have to, don't you, when you're doing like insurance stuff?
Is it going through insurance?
No, you don't give him. No.
What?
You swap phone numbers and insurance details. You
And
don't swap-
addresses.
What for?
I don't know. I thought that...
So he now knows where you live and he can threaten you.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
clever.
first of all, so there's two
Right.
things here.
Okay.
We crashed into each other. Let's exchange addresses and nudes. Come on, here we go.
I sent
Yeah,
him
news
four
as
pictures of me
well, so that
arsehole.
you
Was
can
I
also-
into
yeah.
it?
Wait a minute. You can't
I
fool
don't know
me.
how it works.
This is a 12-year-old boy.
Is that when he stopped replying?
If only my bumper was as flat as your tits. Look at this.
Well, I'll fix your car, love, but I am reporting you for child porn. So that's what it's going to cost you.
He gave me an address.
Here's the
Right,
thing.
yeah.
You live in Liverpool now.
Yeah.
Don't know where or with how many people.
Yeah.
You live in Liverpool.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, with all the boys I live with and the Rottweilers.
But you do. You live here.
Yeah.
And you've got to. So there's two things here.
Yeah.
Two bits of advice from me.
Okay.
You're trying to become an honorary Scouser at some point.
I am.
Like,
Yeah. I'm
you know what I
really
mean?
close. Yeah.
So there is a thing there where you've got to be like, don't take any shit.
Yeah.
But here's my question: how much is it going to cost to fix it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you know roughly ballpark?
I don't understand really anything about cars.
Okay.
Do you understand
He could say £20 or he could say £500,000.
How much was your car?
I don't know.
It's a write-off, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's
I
about
I thought
half.
the
Yeah.
Halfords man told you how much it was.
No, he didn't say. He just said it won't be very much.
Right. So I think that's around 100 quid.
Right.
Right. I would pay personally.
Yeah.
100 quid to not have to deal with the admin
Right.
because I'm lazy and can't be arsed.
Okay.
So I would pay that and be like, fucking 100 quid is an absolute nightmare. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'd just get it fixed. Me, personally. But that's because I'm lazy. A lot of people, especially working class people in Liverpool, would be like, have you got his address?
Yeah.
Or is it his address though?
Yeah, it is because I've checked on Google and I've checked, and when he went put in jail, it's the same address that they've given on the news as well.
Well, then you go to his house with an axe.
I'm not Adam. Can you imagine if I
got an
turned up
axe.
to
You can
his
borrow my
house?
axe.
Is he fit?
What?
Is he fit?
No, I've done better
Hattie.
and worse, but I have done better.
Actually, because me and you are such good friends.
Yeah, are you going to do it?
I am going to raise the money for you by running the Paris Marathon.
It's cost more than £2.
£100.
I can't have my car dented and lose a friend in the same day. That's really sad.
How far do you think you could run?
I don't think I would. I running isn't my thing.
No.
So I don't know.
No, but breathing isn't really either. So
No, a couple of minutes maybe. But I can swim forever.
I told
Right.
you. I told you he was a swimmer.
I can swim forever. I'm like a little fucking human seal.
Well, let's be careful with
a
little
happy
fucking.
dolphin.
Yeah.
Seal.
Yeah. Well, I when I grew up, I was really good at swimming. Swam for Preston Sharks. Shout
I
out.
don't know if that's the shout out you think it is.
It was, sorry.
No, it's fine.
We
Carry
were
on.
pretty fast.
When was the last time you swam?
The last time I was in water.
Yeah, that's that.
I'll be honest with you.
Riddle me this.
No,
I'll be honest
totally-
with you, Freddie. I knew that.
Probably wasn't, because do you bathe?
I was. I don't bath. No, I just shower.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't in water. You're not really in water if you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hattie, you should pursue this.
He went to jail for fraud. He's probably a maggot.
Yeah.
If it was like
Not a
murder,
violent crime, is it?
He sounds like a gimp.
Right, okay, great.
Turn
I'm
up,
gonna do
filled
it.
up.
I'm going to turn up to
Go
his
on one of
wife's
the
house.
TV judge shows.
Judge
Like
Rinder.
Judge Rinder.
Absolutely.
No, just go to
Absolutely.
his house with 2 men. And just go, oh yeah, you haven't text back. The 2 men's enough of a threat for him to go, oh, sorry.
Two,
But you need to go back
two
to-
men bigger than you. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you go with like fucking...
Don't go with like Sam Serrano.
Take
I
Binty.
do.
Binty will just like lift his car up and give you that.
That's right. I've never missed John Skelton more. Who'd have done it?
Yeah. John.
I know.
Take John
I'm
and
gonna
take Binty.
it. Okay, great.
And you'll be sound.
Guys,
but
this is great. Have we just planned a violent crime live on a podcast?
No, you're not
just
putting
for
no
absolutely sure?
violence.
Okay,
You've
fine.
only implied.
No threat violence. We just look a bit.
No, they're stood there and you go, hey mate, you haven't texted me back. Can we still sort this? And he'll see the guys and go, yeah, cool.
But you need to go
But
to
I was
Halford. You need to go to Halford's first and get a price, and you get that off him plus
Yeah.
a little tip.
But like,
I have
hi,
just
in
realised
passing. Yeah,
that there is a sad story button here, and I've not pressed it.
that wasn't a sad story though. This could potentially be quite an empowering story because I stand up for myself and I go and
Ooh,
commit
is there
a
an
violent
empowering
crime
story
in
button?
witness.
What do you reckon, Freddie?
Oh, this is quite empowering.
Mama like that. Mama like
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what you should do?
Sick.
Take to the guy in Halfords and go, put an extra £100 on it. You can have 50, I can have 50, and you can come out of this with a bit of money as well.
This is sick, guys. This is such great advice. I'm really glad we've done this.
Yeah,
Thank you,
but
Carl.
don't let him fuck you over though. Like, because his
he
whole
hasn't asked.
life is fucking people over and getting away with the fucking money.
Yeah.
Make him be accountable for something. It's not about the £100. It's about teaching him a lesson.
Thanks, Freddie. You're so right.
It is,
That's
but
so-
also, if you can't be asked, someone else will teach him the lesson eventually.
yeah,
Does he live far away?
witness.
Oh, I tell you what, shag him, and if he threatens, say, if you don't pay me the money, I'll do that again.
Oh my God! No, Freddie! Shut up, Freddie! Oh! Okay, this is actually perfect because and this is like a whole left. It's just a very quick story. So. Because I spent the last 2 years trying for a baby by myself, which by the way costs a fucking fortune, that's how I can make the money back. I shag him, get pregnant, saves me an absolute fortune on the next round, and then
Hang on.
no,
Whoa, whoa,
I know
whoa.
it's a
I know you've got a train to catch. I know that, right? But you're gonna miss it because you're trying for a baby alone.
Yeah.
And that costs money.
so much money.
Why?
Because-
why aren't you just going around and getting spunked up by every man in Liverpool?
I've told her
No,
that
I
I'll
know.
give her my cum, and she says no.
No, I said
Yeah,
no.
but that's fair.
Do you know what else Freddie said when I told him? And he was like, I want to ask about the donor. And I was like, I'm talking about the donor. Like, it's private. We're not talking about the donor spam. And Freddie goes, okay, fine. Have you checked he's got a big dick, though?
Yeah, that is important.
That is important.
I was like, you all know that I don't have to fuck the sperm out of this person, yes? Like, you know
it's
this.
genetic, so that your baby will also have a big dick.
This is what's insane. Can you imagine me going and be like, Miss Preston, have you decided what donor you? Yeah, I do. What do you want? Well, I want a baby with a big dick. Like,
No!
they're not going to let me have the
No,
baby.
you want a man with a big dick.
No, I don't want a baby with a big dick.
No,
Who's
you
going
don't.
in being
Why
like,
do you want your fucking son to have a little maggot?
this is like talking in a different dimension.
You're
What the fuck is
phrasing
wrong
it
with
wrong.
all of you?
What you say is, I want a baby with a big dick for a baby.
Don't say you want a baby with a big dick.
and then it'll grow as the rest of it grows. And it's
Sorry, I'm not going in and being like, Miss Preston, have you decided on it? Yeah, I want a kid with a huge schlong, actually, is really what
No,
I'm in
you want
for.
a man with a big dick so he can
I
go
don't
up.
want a man with a big... I don't want a child of mine with a big dick. I don't want to be
And
proud of his
also, we are
penis.
all forgetting, right, that if she has a little girl and if she's got like a fucking ginormous
labia.
clit,
Yeah.
or labia, one or two.
There are two.
No, like I said, clit.
Oh, sorry.
Because the clit is the
Okay,
dick,
right,
innit?
okay,
Clits
yeah.
become dicks when women become men in the womb.
Is that Spice Girls?
Why are you trying to have a baby on your own?
Because I'm so old and I'm not really sure I'm cut out for wifing.
Okay, but you want a baby.
Yeah.
Do you have male requisites? Can you do that?
Yeah. You put in your things like you're like
what do you
want.
put in? What's your...
I'm telling you about the donor because I just
But what if Freddie's
I
donated?
know what if he's got in.
What
yeah.
if he ticks all the
Hattie,
boxes?
we've got a lot of listeners. If you describe what you're after, we might get some cum in the post.
Actually, that would be
She's just taking letters and just rubbing them against him.
Give us one. Is any of it physical? Or is it all like, oh no, like
Do
mental
they just
health?
give you like a little
Yeah.
tube of cum and you have to go home and like...
No, they do it. They do. I can't be trusted.
The little guy with a blow dart.
Yeah. Although I have been, because it costs so much, I was like, is there any way we could just do it with like a super soaker? Like any way we can like cut corners on this and make it a bit less expensive? Just like, but no, they have to.
How much does it cost for like one cum?
So I've done 4 rounds of IUI, which is the like turkey baster, and it's
Yeah.
11 grand.
For 4 goes?
Yeah.
£11,000.
Yeah, £11,000.
And how much comes that?
4 little bit. I don't know what is like a I don't know, a little bit.
How many
Four.
1 cum, 2 cum?
3 cum, 4.
Yeah. It's like 1 bit of cum.
No, you do it in so one vial of cum in each go.
Right.
Tell you what I feel.
So 4 jizzes.
4 jizzes.
So you've paid 11 grand for what he does on an afternoon.
I know.
Why?
Freddie, you're spunking
There's
off gold.
loads of
Really?
men who'll just spunk up you.
I'll give it her.
Because
It's
then
fine.
they
You
have
can
male
have it.
comedian DNA. Can you think of anything worse?
No, you don't need to be a male comedian. You go on like Tinder and you go, I'm just looking for fun. Every man in Liverpool will be like, I'll fuck you. And then they'll come round to yours,
That's
you
the
get come
nicest
in.
thing you've ever said to me, Adam. I really appreciate it.
No,
They're all
you
desperate.
don't understand the actual depths that men will go to fuck anything. Like literally, you are, and I mean this when I say that you are incredibly fuckable. That's not because you're attractive.
No, I know that,
It's
Freddie.
because
It's 'cause I've got a
It's
pulse.
because you have
Yeah,
a
no,
pulse
I know.
and
Thank
you're
you.
fully functioning and have your own teeth.
And for some of them, the pulse isn't necessary.
If you really lower
I
your
can do that
standards, you can get it for free as
really-
much as
Oh,
you
you
want.
big romantic
He
Valentine's Day.
is, isn't he? This is so lovely.
It'd even be cheaper for you to hire like a male prostitute than getting.
Yeah, I know. I think
Yeah, why have you not done that? That's so.
they wear
Can you
condoms.
imagine we had a fucking baby planning clinic? Don't come in here.
I know this is a have a word fertility clinic, and they're just like, no, just fucking lie back and think of it. Like,
I'm telling you right now,
I'm gonna go to Coyote Ugly tonight and just get it done.
I'm not gonna do this on your behalf without your permission, but I'm telling you right now, I
Right.
know a lot of men, and I could find you some cum.
Like Scottish John will get it, won't
Your
This is
DMs
like-
are going to be filthy after this.
Sick. This is like Scouse Sopranos, and I really like it.
Can you tell us one prerequisite that you've got? Physical.
She doesn't want to say white, does she?
Would you like
She's
another?
looking at it. I can see that she doesn't want to say
You're
white.
such a dick.
But it is, isn't it?
No, that wouldn't show having a big penis, wouldn't it?
Do you put like height and weight? I don't know what.
Oh
what's your
yeah, I did height. I think I did height just because I was like, they're gonna have enough.
6'6".
Not even, but just like.
Have you got like a really weird taste that way you're not telling us? Are you asking for like a little Chinese dwarf or something?
No, can you imagine? No, I did say that.
I mean,
know
that's
that.
not
No, because
that
actually,
weird.
one
I
of
want
the
a
other-
Chinese dwarf,
one
and
of my
I want
other
him to be
mates who's-
45 stone.
In terms
please.
of like other male comedians, stupid things that have been said to me, like my other male comedian Will was like, "Are you going Danish?" I was like, "No, I'm not fucking going Danish. I don't want to be the least hot member of my own family. Like,
pain ass.
absolutely not. I'm yeah. So I've gone for mutant midget. So I'm Stacey's mum forever. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, smoking." It's gonna be like that in betweeners mum. That's what I'm going for.
Well, I can't believe it took us that long to get to the fact that Hattie is trying for a baby on her own, but here we go. To be continued next time she's here, which I imagine will be quite soon.
with my
'cause that
baby.
feels very much to be continued. Hattie, tell everyone where they can find you on the internet.
On Instagram, Pratty Heston. Also, I run Big Fizz show at Hot Water, and I'm doing my own very first ever solo show at Hot Water in September.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm on tour this year. It's my first stand-up tour. Literally, tickets are going to be released within the next couple of weeks. The best thing to do is to get onto the mailing list. If you go onto freddyisontour.com, that's Freddy with a Y, isontour.com, pop your email address in there. Tickets will be out within the next 2 weeks. And also, we're doing Dead Meat, a massive podcast comedy festival. Tickets are available at deadmentalkpod.com. It's in Manchester. We've sold like half the tickets already. It's going to be fucking amazing. Saturday the 27th of July for that. So, yeah, those are the two things that I want to plug.
I've got, after this goes out, 18 tour shows left, including the big one at the Arena on the 18th of May. That is the last night of the tour as well. adamrowe.co.uk. For all of those tickets, I'm very excited. And there's some really big ones still to come, like Cardiff and Blackpool and York as well. Very excited. See you all on the road. And we're filming it in a couple of weeks. The Empire. They're both sold out. It's going to be very, very good. And expensive.
We've got a song.
Who's playing us out this week?
We've got Friends of the Pod, Red Rum Club, with their new
The
single.
Red Rum Club?
Yeah, it's a new single called Hole in My Home.
Love it.
They've also got a show at the Arena, 5th of
playing the
April. And their episode of my podcast, Have a Word Sounds, is on our Patreon now if you want to go and listen to that.
Sick. Thanks for listening as always. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/haveawordpod. We'll see you very soon. Au revoir.
Thank you so much.